class.
And you already own the minis from Hero Forge too.
I do. I've already bought the bronze minis for every one of them.
Wait, is that a joke, or did you actually?
No.
I would believe it.
All right, I will be listening.
Man, everyone has such cool chairs.
All right, I'm pressing the live button.
All right. Hey, welcome to the stream.
All right, I'm muting you.
No,
That's just
no.
that's that. There goes that. Okay. All right. I have very, very short fucking leash with you. Let's just be real.
Oh, damn. Did you see that picture that he put in of the horse under his write-up? Pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
I
Where
love
does he
that
find this stuff, man?
his picture is taking up my whole fucking camera window. I love it.
It's so sweet. I don't know where you find these, but
Cool. All right. So Will is listening. We're live on the stream.
Yeah, and the video feed is just Crocus's picture of a guy going like this. That's my whole video feed right now. I fix it.
All right. You want me to roll into the recap?
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Sweet.
Go.
Okay. All right. Hold on. My own volume's too loud here. Okay. So last session, number 46, was called The Battle in the Ruins of Berez. Subtitle was The Mother of the King. The party had stumbled into the foggy, swampy home of Baba Lysaga, an ancient, angry hag. Attempting to free several sad-looking goats, they seemed to have set off an alarm. And moments later, the hag herself came flying toward them. She was riding in what looked to be an upside-down skull of an ancient dragon. A furious battle unfolded in the heavy marsh. Alaric shouted to Kavan for strength, and strange things happened around him during the battle, shaking the very ground with violent tremors. Thorny vines erupted around him as well. He threw several spears towards the woman and her flying skull, and one of these connected quite squarely. Spargle launched a fireball at the hag, but the dragon skull absorbed much of the blast. Enraged, she used powerful magic to control the wizard with a crown of madness which burst from his forehead and forced him against his friends. Deckard pestered her with many arrows, which was a difficult feat given how well covered she was in the dragon's skull. Throughout the battle, he continued this barrage. Furious, she shouted, "How dare you strike the mother of the king?" while pointing a gnarled finger at Deckard. He soon felt his very life force draining, but he was strong enough to resist enough of the necrotic damage to stay alive. Juniper leveraged her powers over nature to help the party move around the battlefield more easily. The swamp solidified right under them. She manipulated the winds to form a massive wall that pushed Baba toward the group and nearly knocked her out of her flying skull. Nervous at how the battle was going, Juniper let the wall dissolve as she summoned a pack of riding horses to help the party flee. These horses rose out of the swamp, and there were enough for everyone to jump on one to escape. Despite being sturdy and obedient, they looked somewhat grisly, their flesh rotten and bones exposed. Juniper couldn't explain this. Unfortunately, it was fruitless, as Baba Lysaga immediately disintegrated all of them with a single massive fireball, which also singed some of the party. As she did this, she shouted at Juniper, "I've never had the pleasure of wiping out the last of a race. You'll be the first, and then next, those were-ravens." In response, Juniper zapped her back with a bolt of lightning. Seeing Spargle lose control of himself, Ragnar immediately threw him into a headlock and wrestled the much smaller gnome into submission, preventing him from harming anyone further. He slowly dragged the crazed, spitting Spargle across the battlefield towards the others. Thornton trudged through the swamp, towards the hag and called up his distant god's divine magic to increase his defenses. Alaric further bolstered the dwarf's magic by touching his shoulder and grumbled a strange magical incantation. Even with this, an attempt by Thoradin to intimidate the hag was met by her mocking his weak god. Thoradin picked up a handful of rocks and mud and tossed it in her face. Eventually, the group realized the dragon skull was providing her too much protection. Deckard tied a rope around an arrow and stuck it to the bottom of the skull. Ragnar, excited about this, felt a surge of adrenaline course through him as he caught a second wind and rushed forward to grab the rope. Baba seemed concerned now that her flying skull was tethered and shouted, "You want to invade my home? Well, then let me show it to you." And with that, a massive hut, riding on giant animated roots, emerged and started marching toward them across the swamp. Also at that moment, Spargle regained his composure and returned to his usual self. The hut scooped up some massive boulders, one of them striking Deckard solidly and knocking him out. A quick-thinking Thoradin used his lay on hands to heal him back to consciousness. Now a bit fired up about everything that was going on, Thoradin again called upon his gods, charging a thunderous smite for his next attack. And you never used that, so since we're still mid-battle, you have that
It's
charge.
prepped, right? Okay.
Still prepped, yeah. As he stood back up, Deckard transformed instantly into a snarling werewolf and rapidly launched more arrows into Baba Lysaga. Seeing the dangling rope attached to Baba's flying skull, Ragnar leaped through the air to grab the rope, but missed and landed in the mucky swamp. Noticing they were a bit banged up, Juniper summoned forth Skirbo, the squirrel, to help heal some of them. Baba Lysaga pulled back from the group and unleashed a torrent of electrical energy, arcing through the party and causing enormous damage. Deckard fell unconscious again, this time transforming back into his human form. Alaric grasped desperately for the dangling rope, but he missed as well. Finally, back in the fight, Spargle cast a fireball and exploded it. He kind of arced it right above her and the skull that she was flying in, and blasting her out of it and down into the muddy swamp. As she laid in the mud, burning, she angrily sputtered, "My most trusted scarecrow will return from the Abbey's snowy fields and will raise an army that will exterminate every last raven from these lands. They will no longer threaten my precious boy." At that, her eyes rolled back into her head as her body started to sink into the swamp. Looking up at the hut now, still threatening the party, Alaric noted a bright green glow coming through the floorboards in the center of the house. Also affixed in the center, above the green light, he saw a wooden crib. As he stared confused at this, he picked up one of the spears that he had thrown earlier, while Baba Lysaga's creeping hut lunged toward him. And that's where we'll pick up. We were still in the middle of a very long fight.
I think the gem is in there. Just a hunch. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
No, you can't. You're the dungeon. You're the district manager. You can't do that.
He's the district manager. Yeah, he comes in and makes sure everybody's not like that time I was throwing a football in the parking lot and the DM showed up.
I'm assistant to the district manager.
Hey Dan, before the house has its turn, can I say that Ragnar reacted to the flying boulders and picked up his shield, or is that not allowed?
You have to wait for your turn to pick it up, but
Well, I never dropped it, but like it, is that a thing? Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, can I just, instead of holding the torch, like, can I just have my shield? Like I would have reacted to the flying shit everywhere? Or is that a turn? Fine if it's
that's
a turn.
that's a turn. That's a
Okay.
turn. It's like doffing or donning armor or equipping or stowing a weapon. It's like an interaction. I'll give it to you as like a free interaction at the beginning of your next turn, but whatever you're holding right now is kind of what you have. But as soon as it's your turn in the order, you can switch out
Okay.
whatever you want.
I didn't want to mention it in case it was something I could do, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could kind of like game it a little bit, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Cool. All right. So you see this this hut kind of as it looks. You got to scroll. Yeah, you got it, Matt, kind of in the upper right there. And Baba Saga has thunk down into the swamp and sunk down into the mud, but this hut still keeps coming at you. And these like big, wooden like tree roots. They look like giant viney like anacondas, like kind of slurping through the swamp, and they rise up and as a couple of them come up, you see one has like another big boulder that it's kind of fished out of the muck, and then two like arms. All of these come flying at you, Alaric, and kind of start swinging towards you. First, there's two like sort of big viney things that kind of smack you in the side of the head.
Wait, so how far away am I?
You are 60 feet away.
Okay.
You're 50 feet away.
Okay.
And so a 29 and a 17 to hit.
Those both hit?
They both hit?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alaric, does a 47 hit you?
Sometime.
So the first one hits you for 27 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Damn.
And the second one hits you for 24 bludgeoning damage.
Wait, you said the first one was what? 27?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Damn.
And then 24?
Yep.
I'm not a smart man, but I do know what
and-
51 points of damage is.
And then the rock, though, goes flying over your shoulder and goes towards Ragnar.
Oh, good.
But rolled a natural 1. So the rock goes flying way high, like over all of your heads, and kind of lands right between like Spargle and Ragnar in the swamp, and just kind of sinks down into the mud.
Ragnar makes a sign to Moradin under his breath.
And you like maybe started to duck, and then you realized it's like 20 feet over your head, fortunately. So, but now this thing is just kind of sitting right where it's at there, and these vines and arms continue to like weave in and out of the mud as it seems like it's just flailing about. All right, Thoradin, your turn.
Yeah, so Thoradin sees a lot of this. Sees rocks and vines and floating houses and mud huts and whatever you want to call them. So Thoradin noticed that Alaric got hit pretty hard. So I will do my best to go up to Alaric, and as he notices Alaric getting slammed with rocks, he goes, "Those are pretty big rocks, lad. Bigger than what we're used to. I'll come help you." Oh well, I guess you didn't like that. All right, so these are bigger tiles, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They're 10-foot squares, but they're difficult terrain because of how muddy it is. So you move at half speed.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I look at Alaric and I say, "How you doing? You all right, lad?"
Alaric's definitely winded and struggling, and just says, I could really use the help, Thoradin.
Hold on, let me fix my audio. It's not going through the stream.
Yeah, you haven't seen any attack.
Okay. Should be good
It's
now.
rare. It's rare that you've seen Alaric get hit, and it actually kind of like even puts him off his balance. And then he was getting kind of looks like he was getting kind of ping ponged around, like smacked left and right by these giant. I mean, they're just the vines on this thing or the roots are probably 2.5 feet in diameter.
So I put my hands on Alaric, on his shoulder, on his big meaty shoulder. And I say, let me heal some of your wounds, lad. You don't look so great in this dwarf's opinion. So I cast my lay on hands.
Okay,
Good
idea.
That's a good idea, right?
We call
For
them Jesus
10
points.
We'll use some Jesus points. I used 10 Jesus points on Alaric.
Okay. So, Alaric, you can add those hit points and you take them off. Thoradin, anything else you want to do? Or can do?
That counts as because I would like to maybe cast a spell, but
Yeah, that's your action. So
Yeah, that's
all
my
you can do
action.
there. But if you have a bonus action you still want to use, you could potentially do that.
yeah, I would. I'd like to buy Val. I'd like to do that. This would cancel my Thunder Smite, unfortunately, because it's concentration. But I would like to use Shield of Faith on myself. So a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice, granting a +2 bonus to AC for the duration, up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So Thoradin reaches up to the sky, and a beam of light pierces through the clouds, and you see the clouds like disperse as the beam of light goes through. And it forms a bubble around Thoradin, and his eyes are glowing with holy fire. And I have Shield of Faith.
Nice. All right, click
The
off that.
light's on my
Oh,
side,
what?
you ugly bastard!
So your
I'll click
AC
on-
is 20 now.
Yeah, is that a hit?
That's a good AC.
That's a good AC, man. Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's see now. Anything else? I assume that's it for you.
That's it for me.
Okay. Now we're back to Will, you're back. Okay, so Deckard, you have to make. You are unconscious and from the lightning blast from Baba Lysaga, and kind of laying there in the muck. You need to make a death savings throw.
Yep, got it. 1 sec. Lollygagging over here. Don't have kids. Don't have twins.
Dan, you said it halves your speed, right? When you're moving in this muck
Right.
still?
Except Juniper and Ragnar, I think.
She gave me
Um,
Ragnar,
something.
yeah, I gave him something.
Yeah,
Right. Juniper cast.
that's right.
Whatever that's called. So Ragnar's moving, kind of. He's like walking on water, so to speak, in the swamp. And Juniper, we missed this last time, but she is able to navigate through all of this as if it were concrete.
Okay, so I'm
Has
just making a
some
death
special.
save here.
Yep. Just roll a d20. You need a 10 or higher.
Wonder if this thing.
I think if you click in the bottom left of the, if you were using the D&D Beyond dice rolling.
Well, yeah, I was wondering if it would let me roll a death. Oh, here we go.
Thanks for the sub, Ryfelber.
never mind.
Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
A
Oh, gift. That's a gift. Alaric, thanks for the gift sub. Appreciate
14.
it. Thank you.
All right, there you go. So that's one success.
Yay.
If you get 2 more successes, you'll stabilize.
got it.
Oh, wait. I didn't know he was knocked out. Fuck. Okay, we're good. We'll figure this out.
Cool. We've only mentioned it 3 times today.
Yeah, we've
so-
only mentioned it 3 times.
I know you got a lot going on. All right, Ragnar. You grab your shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my shield on.
Okay.
And that's is that my action, my interaction?
No. That's just an interaction kind of free thing you get to do on this turn, so you're good. You could still move, take an action.
Okay. How do I change that on the sheet? It's not letting me click on it.
I'm looking real quick. On your equipment, there should be a little. You can't click the little check mark next to the shield +1, so it goes on.
There it is. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Forgot about that.
So now you're up to what? 8? Oh, 19 AC.
19.
Good.
So, Ragnar is wondering if he could even do anything against this because he's in really bad shape. He's a little staggered. You don't usually see the curmudgeonly old dwarf show a lot of concern. Usually he's just spitting on everybody and throwing bad guys and just angry with everyone. But
Tying people up.
yeah, using rope a lot, but he's a little concerned right now. And since I have the good movement, I don't know that I can attack this thing with a sword. So let's see. Is my movement doubled, or I just get to move at my regular speed?
Your normal. You can move at your normal speed, right? Amber, Juniper.
Yeah, normal
right?
speed.
Normal speed.
I am actually going to take a few steps back and go here.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do to help Deckard, right? Like I can't.
Do you have any potions?
No, I don't have any. Do I?
You can stabilize him.
Is there something I can do to stabilize them?
So you can try to administer basically first aid to try to stabilize him by just patching him up. It won't heal him, but what I'd ask you to do is make a medicine check to see if you can help him stabilize.
Okay. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna try a medicine check.
So you're roping up his wounds.
I'm gonna use all my rope to stop the bleeding.
All right, go ahead and make a medicine check. You just need a 10.
Nothing.
Now, wait, time out. Ah, shit.
Nothing
I have
heals
a-
better than hemp rope.
Okay, it didn't matter. So I just wanted to note that I have a house rule around medicine checks that I haven't told you guys before. If you roll a natural 1 on a medicine check, that adds a death save, because that means you fucked up trying to bandage him so bad that you hurt him more.
Yeah,
But
like
if you
moved
roll a
his
nat-
neck or something.
Yeah, right. Right. You paralyzed him from the neck down because you moved him. But if you roll,
makes sense.
sticking its finger into like arrow holes.
How does this feel, Deckard? Is this good?
so that worked, and so Deckard, you are
Thanks,
now
Ragnar.
stabilized. I forget if you have 1 health now.
So I don't know.
A stable creature doesn't make death savings throws, but you remain unconscious. So you're just kind of like in neutral on the death save. So you can't go up or down. So you don't get to get good or bad ones. But if you take damage again, you'll start making death saves. But yeah,
Okay.
at least you won't bleed out.
If Deckard
Alright.
could talk, there would have been a hick-like thank you somewhere in there, Ragnar.
I see your eyes flutter a little bit, and I see you're feeling good. So before my turn's up, Ragnar is just going to shout over the battlefield, "Lads, I don't think I can attack this thing with a sword, so I'm going to back off. We need more firepower. I'm going to tend to Deckard's wounds." And then that's it.
All right, Juniper, it's your turn.
All right, so can I use a bonus action first?
Yes.
Okay, so Skirbo is still right next to Deckard because Skirbo was spawned on Deckard, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Skirbo is over by Deckard's mouth and puts in a very sparkly blue looking acorn and he kind of like pulls his lips open and like shoves the acorn into his mouth and does the thing with his paws where he does the masticating, so he eats it. And then Deckard, roll 1d6.
Ooh.
Spargo really hates squirrels. That's why he left when you were talking about that. he gets freaked out by squirrels.
Doesn't like rodents at all.
2.
2. Well, you have 2 health now.
All right.
Oh,
But you're
jeez.
conscious, so you can do things.
Quick
And
question: does the thing have an aura?
All right.
Do we get is there a health aura from that thing?
Is that from something?
There is not, but it moves a whole bunch of times.
Okay.
The only thing is, it's affected by or it's cast by concentration, so it ends now because Juniper is super stressed out looking at that giant house with the legs, and she turned into a goat.
Wait, what was it? What was a squirrel? That was like.
Yeah, it was my healing spirit.
it's her healing spirit, Skirbo, the squirrel.
So let me make sure I'm clear on. So I'm unconscious, and I wake up, and there's a squirrel doing
There's
this
a
for my
An
mouth.
ethereal one.
Swap and spit with a squirrel.
Wake up.
Deckard
All
just
your
kinda
wildest
wakes up,
dreams are coming true.
Wait, is he in werewolf form? Is he in
and,
werewolf
for a
form?
minute, he's like, there's that moment where it's like still happening, and he's like, what? What the-
Are you-
what the
are you a
damn
horse?
hell? What-
I mean, just to be clear, the squirrel doesn't look happy about it. Like, he
Oh.
doesn't look like he's having a good
Reluctantly,
time.
kind of.
Yeah.
Deckard
Sal,
kinda, like, doesn't,
no.
like,
He's flapping
squats
you to
away,
kinda
but
wake
then
you
he's
up.
like, and he's chewing. He's like, whatever. That was some good eats. That was some good stuff.
That's
The hell's going on? And he's just out of it.
Yeah, no. When Deckard went down, he reverted back to human form.
I was gonna say because a squirrel in a werewolf's mouth would have been pretty intense looking. That would have been a good banner.
standard for this group.
Well, the squirrel is gone now, and Juniper is a goat. And being a goat, she's able to move 40 feet. So she goes kind of running forward, and 40 feet. Would that be all right?
Yep.
Okay. And all you guys, well, all Ragnar and Deckard see is kind of a chubby, dirty-looking goat running past at full speed. It's kind of larger than you would probably expect, but that might have something to do with like eating meat pies and all of that instead of berries out in the woods. But it is running at full speed past you guys.
So Ragnar, you're over there tying up Deckard. This little squirrel comes over, and then all of a sudden Juniper's gone, and this just dirty, big goat, bigger than the goats back there, just comes barreling past you. It's like Looney Tunes right now. Okay. What? Anything? Okay, so you're good then.
Yeah.
Okay, Alaric, it's your turn.
Okay.
Kill it.
No, yeah, right. No, I'm good. Can you help
Now-
Can you
Well,
help party members move? Is that even a thing? Probably not. Like if like 2 people were trying to run away, can they do anything to like aid each other? I guess I'm saying considering difficult terrain. Probably
Not
not,
really,
right?
because there's
Okay.
not like any kind of like check or anything like that. Because you can always assist each other on an ability check or on, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
I know, that's why I
maybe
was- I
roll
didn't
with
know if there
advantage,
was
but
a-
you're not really rolling on movement. It's just sort of what you've got or what you don't have.
Can he throw somebody?
Yeah, but I don't know how far.
You know,
If you try to check his oil, I bet Thoradin will move.
That'll get him going.
Beat him
What
up.
did you say? Oh, it was check oil.
so Alaric's not gonna abandon Thoradin or anything like that, but he's gonna I don't know what the turn order is here, but he's gonna. I mean, he got really messed up, so he's gonna beeline it away and try to get back with the group, and I don't know. I don't know what else he can do. So he's just gonna move as far as he can, so I can move 20 feet, right? Because or I'm sorry, no, I lied. I could double move, so I can move 40 feet, right? Because my movement's 40 feet.
Correct. If you
Okay.
use your action to dash,
I think
and
that's-
double move, you could move. You could move your full.
I think that's what I'm gonna do, and Alark's gonna yell to Thoradin like as he's still thanking him for healing his wounds while he was on his last leg. He's just gonna say, "We gotta fall back and regroup," and he's just gonna start running.
Okay. A couple things you noticed. So you do that. Go ahead and move yourself.
Okay.
You have very high passive perception. You noticed there was that crib inside of the hut, and the green glow coming out of the floorboards. Now that the hut has twisted itself towards you guys a little bit and turn around, you also see that there's 2 cages that are dangling from like the awning of the backside of the hut, and they're full of ravens. Also, as you're running away, where you saw Baba Lysaga come down and hit the swamp, you now see. You don't notice her. You notice her cloak that was made out of like stitched together bird parts and shit. It was just gnarly looking. Is floating in the swamp, and a huge swarm of flies has sort of like kind of erupted out of that. And that swarm of flies is starting to disperse and kind of move northward. But you've moved where you are. So, Spargle, it's your turn.
Where did these flies emanate from?
Right where her corpse was, or
Right where
she
her
was.
where she kind of hit the swamp, and she was sinking in, and she kind of sputtered some stuff to you guys last session. As Alaric was running away, he looked over and saw just her weird stitched together cloak is just floating in the swamp. No body. But these flies have just like swarmed out
And
of
her
that.
cloak is floating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
you mean floating in midair or floating in the water in the swamp?
Floating in the swamp.
Okay.
It's
On
just
top
like
top layer
yeah,
of
okay.
muck.
on the
Okay.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to actually suddenly I say a few words and I smack my hands together, do some kind of motion, and I smack together, and when I do that, Spargle turns invisible.
Ooh.
And I'm going to run towards the house. Where's invisibility? There we go.
I feel like Spargle is our Superman. Like in Justice League, like everybody's fighting the bad guy, and they're all just waiting for Superman to get there and like do all the things.
Pretty much. Pretty
What-
much. We're just waiting for Spargle.
Why'd you say that name? I don't know. Just my mom's name, man.
Has anyone watched the 4-hour one yet?
Oh, I know. I'm sure Crocus is fucking licking his chops right now, trying to respond. He's like, sorry, Crocus. I love you, but I'm not wrong. Keep me muted. It's fine. Absolutely. Yes. Crocus, you are in Armageddon. You are Steve Buscemi's character. That's you.
I had a good spot picked out.
We
there.
overshot our land. We landed on a piece of iron ferrite. It means you landed us on an iron plate.
I got a front row seat to the apocalypse.
Get off of the nuclear warhead. I mean, can you not see Adam walking into the shop and Crocus is on top of a nuclear warhead and Adam has to go, get off of the nuclear warhead? I mean, I could see that.
Yes. Definitely.
I'm disappointed, Adam, that my crazy face Bob comment didn't get more play.
Well, no, I
missed it.
I did on
Did
the
you?
thread.
I missed it. I didn't check.
No,
I
I
checked once.
responded late to
kidding.
it, but I did. Right?
I take pride when I can find a good moment to pull a Magic Hugs quote out.
I laughed at it. I did the crying, laughing emoji.
My bad.
Crazy face Bob.
It's Crazy Face Bob.
All right. What else are you doing there, Poncho?
Just I turned in. That's really the extent I can
I'm
do.
sorry.
My
I was-
move.
I thought you were doing more. Okay. So,
No, I cast
so you're
invisibility
invisible.
Yep, I can't go more than like the half speed, and I can't do a double
Gotcha.
because I cast a spell, so I'm still far away.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah,
All
I was
right.
measuring the edge of that thing too, not to the middle.
Cool. All right. So this hut doesn't move. Its arms and things are still like I hope I'm describing it right, but it's just like this hut. It just seems like it's rumbling and just shaking in the swamp as these roots and things are just kind of like bubbling almost underneath it, like just a mess of giant anaconda snakes. But anyhow, it. Two of these big, long, tentacle-like roots come out and swing towards Thoradin. A 23 and a 25, so I know they both hit. Correct.
That's really unfair. They hit big time. Extremely unfair.
14 on the first one.
Okay.
And 19 on the second one.
Yeah, so that knocks the dwarf out. That knocks Thoradin right out. Clocked him right on the head, and he just there's just blood dripping down his face, like in Rocky V when he's fighting Tommy Gunn. There's just blood just dripping down his face, and he passes out.
All right, so Thoradin goes down. Thoradin, you need to make a death save.
So okay, I've never done that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now.
Now you didn't have any sort of. No one has. Make sure you guys are paying attention to your reactions. I don't know if you have any, but make sure you're not like missing out on, things you can do as a reaction when you're attacked.
So what is that? A D20?
Yes, a D20. You need a 10 or higher. No modifiers or anything. It's just straight up.
I'm gonna roll it on
It's like-
roll 20 so everybody can see it.
It's like flipping a coin. Oh, so you don't. You know what? That's a thing. There you go. So that's a success. Part of your stream you might want to show the D&D Beyond dice roller thing, because that is really really cool.
Yeah, that's how we've been doing all the rolling. Remember?
Correct. I just wanted the people to see the rolls. I got to figure out how to get the rolling from D20 on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should try to figure that out. That'd be cool. So that's a success. So you can click one success on your sheet. If you get 2 more successes, you'll regain consciousness.
I see what you're
Deckard?
saying, Matt, because it shows it on your character sheet when you roll the dice, rather than the pop out.
Yeah.
All right, Deckard, you're conscious.
I had to manually do it.
Hey Dan,
Okay.
if you
Yo.
get 3 successful rolls, do you actually regain consciousness or do you just stabilize?
Stabilize.
That's what I thought. You're still 0, but you're not dying.
Oh,
All right.
right.
So Deckard is barely alive.
Is that all of us at this point?
Pretty much.
We're all just barely alive.
Man, I don't even know. So this thing's massive, right? Like,
Oh yeah. It's about it's about 15 by 15 feet. The hut, and it's on a just like it kind of looks in the picture. It's on like a redwood looking sized tree.
and
that
it's
it's
just
been-
launching boulders at us.
It's swinging these giant roots around and smacking people, as well as like occasionally scooping a boulder out of the swamp and whipping it.
Man, what kind of reach does he have on those roots? Like,
At least 60 feet from what you've observed.
Like Malfurion
crap.
range?
I wonder how stable he is on those little feats.
If you can heal
Yeah,
someone,
man,
you could res them. It's the same range, no doubt about it.
so, I mean, part of me is like, all right, I'm just gonna shoot it, but it's like, is there a point at shooting arrows into this house? Like,
Bring it down.
What if they're flaming?
Yeah,
well,
maybe light the house
I
up.
would do that, but I'm in a bit of a.
He's in a health
Hang
crunch.
on. Yeah, I'm assuming I dropped my weapon when I went unconscious, right?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it might have been like in your, your hand, and when you regain consciousness, you kind of like regrip it. Doesn't necessarily mean you threw it like a yard sale.
Like when you die in
So,
Call of Duty.
because
everything's
I'm
on
wondering,
fire.
I think I lit my bow was on fire. I had my Crimson Right on it, but I would lose it. It lasts until you drop or throw the weapon or complete a rest. So, if I dropped it, it's not on fire anymore. If it stayed in my hand somehow, it's still on fire.
Yeah, I would say you're good with it still.
Okay, so I will. You're the best DM ever. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the.
You shoot the fuck out of that house, huh?
Yeah, shoot some flaming arrows at this house with my longbow.
All right.
Please burn the house down.
All right, so we're gonna go. Winston, stop. Can you hear my dog whining?
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
I was
Winston,
wondering
because I've got
too.
food here and he's freaking out.
It's not. It's not bad though. It's not distracting.
No, you barely hear it.
It's not like if we
Boom.
unmuted Crocus.
Not gonna happen.
Dude,
You
this
know what?
this fucking D&D Beyond Roller is broken. We've had more
Deckard's
crits
hacking
in 2
at some of
sessions
the wall hacks
than we
okay,
ever
good.
did in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, so roll, and now it should have already calculated the crit in there, and you should be
It
able
did.
to.
So what I'm gonna roll right now is the actual arrow damage.
Yep.
So 13 damage.
And it's a house, so it's probably resistant to arrows.
Right.
Fire,
Just-
though.
It's just so weird to fight a house.
With arrows.
Right?
Wait, don't we have like a wolf?
Yeah,
Am I a werewolf form?
Deckard's
Yeah.
part werewolf.
Yeah,
right,
I
helping
lost it.
something and blowing it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
That was cute, hon.
Oh, thank you.
I huff and I
All
puff.
right, so a d6 for the fire damage. So 6 fire damage.
Fire and
Fires
tires
and
and
tires. I was waiting.
You waiting, right?
I was trying not to be
you
the
sick-
first one.
you Sick fuck.
Okay. Yeah, your arrow sticks right into the side of the thing, and kind of you see some splinters fly out, and then
Does the house feel pain, or how does that?
it doesn't seem to react to it, but it does blow a couple pieces of wood off the side, and kind of burn a little scorch mark in the side of it.
Is this like living tissue over wooden endoskeleton? Like, how does this work? Is it like, is there a central nervous system?
Wooden endoskeleton. What the fuck?
I mean, it looks like, Will, from your assessment, it could take 25 or 30 more of those.
Oh,
and
yeah.
still be structurally intact.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next stream, everyone.
Does this thing seem to be moving fast? Like,
when Baba Lysaga kind of called for it, it seemed to be like crawling on those leg things, but then it kind of like planted where it's at and then started doing its like flailing around and throwing things.
So it's not moving towards us or anything. It's just
I don't think it's moved since she died.
Correct.
So I think we got to get out of range.
You just pick me up first, and then you just could leave.
Well, I mean, I'm fucking...
yeah, so... Hang on. Yeah. I mean, I attacked, so I used my action. So I might as well just use my extra attack because I can.
Mhm.
So, Winston, stop. 21 to hit. And can
That hits.
before I did that, and I can roll disadvantage or something. I don't know what it would take, but can I? Well, I guess it's not up on its legs anymore, is it?
No, it's kind of more like using its legs now to attack.
Got it. All right, so I'll just shoot the damn house.
Okay.
11 damage, normal, and 2 fire damage. And then I'm gonna actually, well, we gotta get Thoradin.
It looks like the structural integrity is at 88%.
All right.
So carry the 4 is 7, 250 health.
With
And these blocks are 10 feet, right?
5.
It's really close, Adam.
Was it?
Make no two ways about it.
They are 10-foot squares and difficult terrain.
So I'm gonna move. So I can only move 1 square, basically.
In your human form, where you're at right now.
Oh well,
Like-
I can move 40 feet no matter what.
So you can move 2 squares.
So 2 blocks. So I'm gonna move.
You can go diagonal. You can go through teammates.
I'm gonna move to Thoradin, and then my turn there.
Okay. Ragnar, it's your turn.
Oh god.
That's I feel the same way.
Sometimes when you laugh, you actually sound like Reinhardt.
Oh wow, that's a compliment.
No,
I-
you
that's-
do. That's
He's gonna
awesome.
smile when he goes to bed. thinking
It's
of that.
That's so cool.
So Dan, if I wanted to use action surge to help me move more, is there a way to do that?
Yeah, because you could use an action surge to use the dash action, which
Right.
would be another move.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Can I get to Thoradin?
Well,
and,
you aren't impeded by the terrain here anymore because, well, right? Or Juniper, what was the thing you used for him?
I used freedom of movement, so
Freedom of movement so it lasts for an hour. It doesn't require concentration. So yeah, Ragnar, you're good for a while.
I don't want
Run,
Deckard to have
Forrest,
wasted
run.
his move, but I feel like I should help Thoradin out. I'm gonna maybe.
So you could move. If you use your movement, action, and then action surge to dash again. You could move 75 feet.
75 feet. So would that be enough to try to like stabilize him?
No.
1, 2. No. Okay.
Stabilizing would be an
That's an
action
action,
itself.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I mean, you could run up to him and then use your action to try to stabilize him, which
Alright.
wouldn't bring him conscious. It would just stop him from having to do the death saves. If you have any potions or anything, you could administer those.
I think I have anything like that. Let me double check. Shove like rations in his mouth or something.
Shove your what? I didn't hear that.
Eat.
What'd you say?
Rations.
Eat.
You gotta eat,
Alright.
lad. You did. You gotta eat.
Yeah, like
Eat
you
this
have-
bread, you'll wake up.
You eat a steak when you're taking damage. It's like doesn't make sense. I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to go up there, but I'll do what you said. I think I'll go there and try to stabilize him if I can.
Okay. All right, roll a medicine check. You need a 10 or higher.
I have good medicine. Does that help?
Mm-mm. It's the administer.
No, it's right.
I get you a flight coming back from
Not
Chicago.
the
Does that help?
administree.
So that's a 13.
All right.
That does it?
So right. So Matt has stabilized. He doesn't have to make death savings throws anymore, but he's at 0 hit points.
So Ragnar just smacks Thornton a little in the face. He's like, "Wake up, lad! You got more to do."
I'm here. I'm okay. Let's knock this drongo out.
No, you're still unconscious, so you're not saying anything.
Oh.
You're just not bleeding out. You're not flatlining anymore.
Oh,
I stitched
You've
up
got the
your
little
wound.
bloop bloop bloop, but you're still.
oh okay. So
Eyes
all right.
closed.
So, got it.
Retcon that. He didn't say anything.
Does that say anything?
That's all Ragnar's got.
They said you're not alive. I said.
All right,
I'm
Juniper,
unconscious.
the goat.
All right, so Juniper is noticing that kind of the vibe of everything is changing from one of attack to maybe one of advancing in a different direction, right? So she sees that people are already going over to help Thornton and kind of like comes to a skidding halt on her little hooves and turns around. I don't know if she's able to as a giant goat, but can she pick up Sparkle so that he doesn't have a movement impediment? Like she can move 40 feet.
Oh, I see. Sure. Let's see. Yeah, I like this. So
Hey.
you're gonna kind of run by Spargle. Yes, Juniper, I'll let you do that to your full movement, but Spargle, make an acrobatics check to see if you can grab on if you want to. It's your
Would-
choice.
Don't make it awkward, buddy. Don't make it awkward. Get on.
No. What exactly? I apologize. My wife just got home and my car got hit, so I have to talk to her
Oh.
Hmm.
5 minutes here. I may have to step away, but let me do what do I need to do first?
Well, Juniper's trying to run by as a goat and offer you a ride to kind of pull back, I guess, to flee. If you want to roll an acrobatics check to grab onto her.
Oh, she's going this way, not towards the house, but away.
Well, I guess that's what you guys got to decide.
Well, I was going towards the house,
Oh.
but since the house is
Yeah.
stationary, then she kind of turned heel and went back towards Sparkle to kind of grab him and get him away. Because right now we're all really low on health. Doesn't seem like a great idea to go over there and keep poking the house.
Well, the only thing is I'm invisible, and at my current rate, and in only 42 turns, I'll be at the house.
Well, yeah, actually, technically, Juniper, you can't see him right now.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, good call. Sorry, I didn't remember that. Let's see. So we'll put her. I don't think she was there. I think she was like there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Well,
Sorry, Juniper, I didn't mean to.
no, that's all right. It's just
Escape
it's
plan.
gonna take me a second to kind of figure out a plan B here. Well, I'm a goat, so I don't think there's a lot of things I can do besides bleeding and maybe running forward. There. All right, she's good.
All right. Alaric, it's your turn. Punch, if you gotta go or do something.
Yeah, if you
Don't
got,
worry.
yeah, I can milk
Hey,
this turn
Dan?
out. You know me, I take forever anyways.
Can I just move? I'm going to dash.
Yeah, tell me what your plan to do. Okay, what are you trying to get to? What's your game plan? Because I can kind of.
I am
run
trying to
it
get to
forward.
the house, and I'm going to try to shimmy up it and check out the crib and that kind of stuff. You know.
I
So-
like what you're doing there, so I'll roll with that. Okay. So
Okay.
if you need to take a quick break, I'll
Yeah, I got
I'll
to talk to
assume
her
that's-
about this because.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Why don't we have Crocus do play?
Oh God.
I can't even get that.
No.
No. He's like, that's worse than my smashed up car.
Hey, hey, Will, you're stabilized. Like you have some hit points now, right?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I do. I moved Yeah, I have 2 hit points.
Did you change that on your character sheet?
Yeah.
All right, just so you know, Matt, I mean, just from watching the stream, it's still showing Deckard as dead. So I don't know.
I'll
I
refresh
don't
it.
even see.
It-
I don't
it
even see
actu-
the plugin.
Yeah, you got to hover over it on the right side. Mine's still showing me at 42 hit points, which I'm not at either. So
So that is something that I don't have control over, like with a dashboard or anything. It's
Yeah.
literally just a plugin that you install on your Twitch account, and like
Yeah.
it just says like just put Dungeons and Dragons as the keyword when you stream, and we'll take care of the rest. And I was like, all right,
Wow, you
So-
guys are all really fucked up.
yeah.
Okay.
not great,
And-
not great.
anyways,
Not good.
So, guess I'm going back in since all my friends left me. Alaric is going to move back up by Thoradin. I think I'm close enough. I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Magic Awareness.
Okay. All right.
I should be good, right? It was like I moved up my full movement speed at this point.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're good.
60 feet.
Okay. You detect an enormous concentration of magic coming from the green glow underneath the floorboards of the hut, and becomes pretty obvious to you that that is what is empowering the whole construct.
Okay. I guess I was just trying to
Oh man, this ain't good.
hit it on the head.
And I mean, if you were seeing sort of an outline there, it looks like, the glow, is very close to it's the size and shape of the other green gem that you had recouped from the
The birds of a feather that flock
Right.
together.
yeah.
Okay.
And it seems to be from where you can see, you see these sort of rotted wood kind of floorboards, and it's probably inches below those floorboards is where you see that little thing, and it's sort of the crib is off to the side. You also see there's other stuff in the hut, like furniture kind of things. It just happens to be the crib is very central in the very middle of the hut itself.
What's the quality of the furniture? Is it like really nice, like
Raymore and
like
Flanagan.
yeah? Is it like nice old school stuff in good condition, or that
No,
Is it like
it's just a bunch of like random shit that looks like
Garage sale.
kind of
all right?
orders.
So it's not IKEA's best, is what you're saying. It's not
No.
like
no.
Okay.
You do anything else, Alark?
So that's my movement and an action. I guess I
Mhm.
have a bonus action. I can't administer a potion as a bonus action. That's an action.
No, that's an interaction. So that's let me see. Let me make sure I'm saying that.
It's just not very often I actually use a healing potion, so I don't remember.
Right. Now it takes an action to drink or administer it.
Okay. I think that's pretty much all I can do. I think that's it.
Okay. Spargle Let's see. He has movement at 25. He's not being. He is. Is he? He doesn't have any. No one's helping him with movement speed or anything, right?
Nope. And he already
Okay.
obviously moved. He moved himself before the turn. Because he was like back here.
Oh,
remember
gotcha.
remember
So
before he left,
took
he moved
kind of
like
did
the
an
full
advancement.
movement.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this hut continues to do its thing, and now Spargle's invisible.
Oh, it moved. Oh my god, it moved.
The hut, yeah, it kind of like surges forward a little bit, and the arms. The arms come out, and they swing at Thornton and Alaric. A natural one against Thornton, and a 17 against Alaric.
Did you at all make note of the couple different? Oh, wait a minute. How does it? Well, you know, the wild surge I get from the rage, and I get those beneficial things. I don't remember what I had last time. Do you remember? I know there was because I rolled it 3 times because I kept dropping out
it
of
was
combat.
the ground movement.
I got that twice,
and then
I
the
think.
thorns. Yeah, and then the thorns.
Okay, all right, then that hits. I just wanted to check because I think there's one that like makes it so I get another AC. Because if I did, then I would have won.
27 damage.
What kind?
Bludgeoning.
I think I'm at 0 because combat's over, right? So I would have after this last turn I just took, my rage should have ended.
What do you mean?
Well, because I was still raging from the turn prior,
Right.
and I
But
didn't.
you took if you take damage or do damage, you stay in your rage. Right.
Oh, so I had my turn and then I took damage. Okay, all right. No, I'm all right then. So I'm sorry. 27. Got it.
You're still upright.
Yep. Just luckily.
Barely?
Yeah.
Ah, good. All right. So Thornton, it's your turn.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wait, you're unconscious though, right?
Yeah.
No.
So.
Oh.
Well, didn't.
I administered to him.
Oh, right. He's
Right,
but he is
which-
unconscious.
So I'm unconscious,
So you're unconscious but stable.
but stable. Right.
So you
is
can't do
anything-
anything. No.
I should have just.
Can I
should've given him the
telepathically
potion.
communicate
So dumb.
in the channels that I use of holy light, that subwave of communication, subliminal consciousness?
Probably if you're a
Thornton farts.
necromancer.
It's none of that. I can't. My attunement to Tyr's energy and my power of the holy light.
Some
Nope.
kind of astral plane kind of activity going on.
Doesn't matter what kind of words I pull out here, it's not going to work, right?
No. I mean, I got to
All
play
right.
this the way it is, and this could be the end of the campaign.
Play it
so-
as it lies. I had to hit the ball off of Frankenstein's fat foot. I get it.
I
But
agree.
Decker,
Play it
Decker,
by the
it's
rules.
Your turn. It's your turn. You
Sorry.
have 2 hit points.
I could have made you drink a potion last turn, Matt. Except I thought I was going to be able to do it after I casted a thing.
It's fine. You're
I'll do it.
recklessly
I'll do it next
engine
turn.
All
reckoning,
right here.
reckoning bombs.
I'm assuming Ragnar's on top of me, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh God, what a
Um,
fucking thought that is, huh?
Oh, I love it. What?
So, are we all just gonna sit here and do like the ending of Toy Story, of Toy Story 3, where we just all grab hands and just slowly?
Slide into the lava pit.
Aw.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
So Thornton is still unconscious, right?
Everyone's real bad, and he is unconscious, yes.
Yeah.
My God. I don't know what
If you
to do.
guys,
Hey,
Dan,
Dan-
did you use my turn, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get another turn. So your movement that you were saying you were gonna do, you're there now, and you're
think
still
our only-
invisible.
Our only hope is Sparkle pulling the fucking power supply out of this thing's back like a fucking robot, like a death robot.
Yeah.
That's our only
I
hope.
think it's going to be a suicide mission, though. In my
Probably.
opinion.
But you guys should run.
So I'm tempted. Can I try and pick up Thoradin?
Yep.
There's literally a huge living house trying to kill us, and we're all trying to pick each other up and give each other piggyback rides right now. That's what we're doing.
But yeah, you
That-
can.
That's where
Yeah,
we're
you-
at.
So
You can pick him
can,
up.
can I help him?
So I'm gonna try and pick Thoradin up. So what is that? Like a strength check?
I'm a lot of pounds.
Ragnar's turn is next. I don't know if he's allowed to put
Yeah.
a
How does the
do-
help action work? Like what I was
do
thinking
dual
about was
tech?
like how can I?
Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're grappling him, but since he's not going to resist, it's an automatic success. So you've grappled him, and then you can move at half your speed. But you're already at half because of the terrain, so you're moving really slowly. But all you have to do is tell me you're grabbing him and moving away, and you can do it.
God, we can't move.
Does Deckard comment on my weight and me eating too much as he's trying to carry me?
Yeah, fucking.
Oh wait.
Turn in the river.
Unless the creature is two or more sizes smaller than you.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're good.
Dan, can Ragnar help him? And would that
Uh,
be
Can we
Does this
can we
hurt anything?
polymorph Thoradin into like a mouse and put him in our pocket?
Well,
You could do,
if one of you has polymorph, go right ahead. I am currently a goat.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick Thoradin up and move one square
okay.
to here.
So I would put him on top of yourself. So you have him. You guys are moving together, and you grabbed him and you dragged him back.
Ugh.
And you guys are all still in range. Ragnar, it's your turn. You're the one that can move the best at this point.
I would love to. I mean, I'd love to move closer, and try to do what Spargle's doing, but
You could, with your dash, you could get because you're unimpeded by the terrain. You can move 50 feet. You could get to the hut. You could get into the hut with your movement right now.
Keep in mind that Sparkle is invisible, and if this thing hits you twice, you will take probably 50 damage at least. So it's risk versus reward. You have a solid chance of dying if you don't succeed with what you're trying to do.
You're right.
Sparkle is invisible.
Okay.
All right. How do I do the range thing?
On the top left of the Roll20, there's about 6 tools.
Right.
The one in the middle is it's a ruler with a circle, and you can click it and then drag it around.
Okay, so I'm like 50 feet out. Yeah, I gotta. It's not gonna be. I would love to do that. I would love to go in there and try to pull the plug on this thing. But I don't know if it's a good idea.
If you get caught, someone's gonna have to try and come get you, and
Somebody's
it's
gonna have to drag my ass out. I'm gonna move out of range. So can I move 2 spaces, or what am I? I can move like 2, I guess, right? Or
Yeah, you can move. If you're going to use your action to dash, you can move 5 squares.
all right. So then I'm gonna move like there.
All right. That's your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be it. I don't have anything else.
Okay. Juniper, it's your turn.
All right. So. Yeah, I don't think running in there is a great idea. Juniper's gonna turn heel and kind of start running out.
Okay.
She can't cast anything. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Alaric, it's your turn.
Man. I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna retreat. I'm just gonna double move there. And that's it. We didn't. Not that I'm trying to make this harder. We didn't miss a turn for the house, did we?
Nope. It moved last time and it swung at you, rolled a natural 1, or swung at Thoradin, rolled a natural 1, and then it hit you.
Okay.
So you run, and that was your movement there. Okay, Sparkle, your turn.
I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'm jetting. Let me see here.
Adam, when you said that you're not trying to make it harder, but did he miss a
what the
turn?
hell?
I thought of in Dumb and Dumber when they're like, "Oh yeah, we need 2 guys to oil us down for our bikini contest," and then he goes, "The town is that way."
You're in luck.
You're in luck.
Yeah, like as I'm saying it, I'm like, shut the fuck up. What am I doing?
You're in luck.
You had 2 pair of gloves the whole time? Yeah, it's the
I'm just doing double move.
All right. So, Sparkle, you get. Oh, let me see. I'm. What the hell? Everything just went bananas on me here. Sorry. 1 second.
Oh, that sucks. I guess we'll have to
Restart the whole session.
Win
and
by
not fight
default.
This thing.
Win by
Back arrow in your
I think
favor.
it's gonna kill us.
No, my
I
browser's
think we're
all
dead.
Chrome just choked. Okay. All right. So Spargo, you get over towards the skull, and kind of duck behind it,
Yeah.
and you're invisible. Okay, and that's as far as you can go.
Yes.
Can you do anything else?
No, it was my double move, so I don't really have another
Okay.
action.
All right. So the hut, you're invisible, but the hut seems to see you, or seems to pivot towards where you're at for whatever reason.
Bye, Sparkle.
See you later,
But
Sparkle.
it is going to lash out towards you, but you're behind the skull, so you're in cover. Deckard, it's going to swing at you as well. It's 16 to Deckard.
That
And
does not hit.
Nice. And a 15 to Sparkle, but you get +5 AC for being behind the skull.
Yeah, I'm okay.
16 doesn't hit you, Will?
No, I've studded leather. I'm a 17.
What the fuck, man?
He's a
16
deadly
hits
rogue.
me.
So this thing has a +12 to hit. So you're lucky that it rolled really poorly, because that's ridiculous. But okay, Thoradin, it's your turn.
Oh boy. I mean, I'm unconscious still. I can't really.
Oh right. So you can't do anything. Deckard, it's your turn.
Wait, but who has you?
Deckard was
I'm
dead.
carrying him.
Oh, you're okay.
That's right. You're carrying him.
So yeah, I'm gonna double move.
Okay.
So that's 2 squares, right?
right. Wait, but you're carrying Thoradin, so you're
So I can move normally. I could move what?
80, right?
Yeah, you
So-
can normally move 80, so I think you're quartered. You're a half of a half at this point.
Yeah, 'cause
So
So you
I
can
can
move two squares, right? 2 squares with Thoradin. Yep.
That's what I meant. Yeah, so I can move to here.
Yep.
Come with me, Thornton.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, you've approximated that the range on the length of these tentacles things as they come out is 60 feet. So
Okay.
you're smart. You guys are smart enough to tell that you're probably outside of its range, but it is moving towards you still. Ragnar?
And a quick note from
Oh.
Deckard. Like Deckard's carrying him, and like Deckard's like gagging, kind of ready to vomit because like Thoradin's beard is like rubbing all up against his like skin and his neck, and there's like chunks of food in it and like vomit and all these things.
And food and vomit. What
so
you
wait,
love.
do like woodland creatures run out of his beard too, or?
Yeah, it's like all not, and Deckard's like gagging but carrying him.
All right, I'm listening, but I got to
Sorry.
watch my kid at the same time. So it's disgusting. All right, Ragnar, it's your turn.
Ragnar is gonna just continue to back up.
Okay.
I will go there.
Okay. Juniper, what would you like to do?
Juniper is going to continue to run for her life. Boop. That's all she got.
All right.
40 feet.
Alaric, is it your turn?
Yep. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You guys
Yeah.
are running from this giant hut that's fucking you guys up a
Yeah.
lot.
I'm just gonna keep running. Does anybody? No, whatever.
Have any missiles left?
All right, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna...
No one knows where Sparkle is.
Hey guys, don't worry. Dex got this one. Get ready to suck some. All right, I'm gonna move over by Ragnar,
Does anybody have any missiles left?
and
Figure out how many potions we have and what we're gonna do if Spargle can't do this.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah,
Like
we're
I almost wanted to like yell it in character, I guess, because I don't know how in the know all of us are about what Spargle's doing because of where
Nobody
he was.
knows. Sparkle disappeared and you didn't see anything.
right.
Although you thought it was odd. Those of you who are perceptive, you thought it was odd that the hut started swinging towards the skull that's just sitting there in the swamp.
And also that and Spargle disappearing.
I'm pretty perceptive.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So then I'm gonna assume that Alaric is kind of he's thinking that Spargle's being a little stealth, invisible ninja right now. I guess.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And as I run away, Alaric's gonna yell to Deckard, "Battle the elements, my friend."
I'm all over it, man. I know a guy named. I think his name was Don. I knew a guy back in my hometown. Used to say that.
All right.
You guys notice, if anyone was looking, the massive swarm of flies, and in fact, most of the flies that were around here have dispersed.
So where her cloak /
Yeah, there was a
invisible
huge
corpse was?
swarm of flies. They've been.
I was
slowly
I was
dispersing.
thinking about going over there to look at it, but I figured it'd be too close to the house. So that's just all gone now.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Her cloak is still floating over there if anyone were to happen to look. But Spargle, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'll unmute.
If your goal is to
Am
get
I
into
right
the...
by where that cloak is? Where's she at?
Nah, you're about 40 feet away from the cloak, but you can get into the hut right now if that was your objective. I would say with your normal action, you're close enough. There's a bit of dry ground here and some wood and stuff where it's kind of planted itself. You could crawl up on one of its tentacle-like things and get inside of the hut.
To make it even, to give myself even perhaps some movement, like once I get in the hut and stuff too, I'm going to, as my bonus action beforehand, I'm dropping invis because the thing see me. It took a swipe at me. So what I'm doing is I'm doing my expeditious retreat, which gives me that's where my feet just take off basically, and I go, my little, and so I can take the dash too, you know what I mean, and do an action. So my goal is get in there, and then
Yep. Yeah, you're good to get into the hut. And what do you want to do?
What do I see?
How could I do this?
Is there a plug? Off switch?
So when you get, so you climb up one of the, as you're ducking out from behind this dragon skull, you cast your expeditious retreat, which spins your legs up to, fast forward double speed, and you scurry up the one of the legs and into the entrance of the hut. And what you see inside of the hut is
it's a baby boy.
the hut is 15 feet on a side and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel-topped wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub stained with blood. In the middle of the room is a ghastly wooden crib with a small angelic child sitting in it. All the furnishings except for the crib are bolted to the floor. Beneath the crib, green light seeps up through the cracks between the rotting floorboards.
There's a baby
underneath the crib that is the glow, not the child itself.
Yes, through the floorboards underneath the right under your feet at this point.
Shit. What does this baby look like? Just an angelic? It's human?
Yep.
God.
All right. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dense about this, but baby's not the source of the glow. It's underneath the glow under the floorboards.
From what you can tell, yeah, definitely. The greens, it's like there was there's like a bright green fluorescent light plugged in underneath the floorboards, and you can see the rays coming up through the cracks.
Spargle, it's a baby, innocent baby. Do what you do. Do your thing. Fucking unload.
Light it up.
Light it up. Unload, brother.
Now, okay, and there's no hatch or anything in the floor, is there?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, shite.
It looks like if you wanted to get to the green glow below, you'd have to get through the floorboards.
How would I do that? Okay, I am. Shit. This thing's killing everybody, and I want to hurry, but let me search the. Let me cast Detect Magic.
Boo! We wanted a fireball on the baby.
Okay, so you cast.
I've been catching shit for.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic, and let me see. Let me read the description again. Detect Magic. Okay. So you see all kinds of magic. First of all, the chest itself. There's a chest in the room. It looks like there's all kinds of magic shit in there. There's tubes that look like maybe scroll-sized things, and a weird shaped thing, a bag of something that are glowing, another stone that's glowing, a vial or a jar that looks like it's glowing, all kinds of different types of magic that it's almost too much for you to like concentrate on of the chest.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you every school of magic.
Okay.
However, the green gem below gives off a massive, is the most powerful magic in your vicinity, and it's giving off a sort of a I don't know, whatever school of magic would empower a construct, because I don't know what that is right now.
Yeah.
The baby glows, and as you focus on that, you immediately realize it's an illusion.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you do anything else?
Can I like smack the floorboards just with my heel? Actually, because my feet are so fast, it's like a little baby jackhammer, right?
Yeah, I mean, it won't let you have any effect on it, but
yeah, I'm just testing it. Like, can I?
Yeah.
Does it seem like I can? Like, do I get the sense that I can break through this, or am I going to have to do something heavier? I guess.
It would be. You feel like it would be like if you were standing on your own deck at home. You there?
Yeah, it's great that always happens to me, like when it's my turn. Or
It's true. It really does. You're absolutely right.
Say that again, Dan. I apologize.
Yeah, it's like you were on a wooden, like your deck out at your house, and you kind of slammed your foot down where you're like, all right, it's wood, there's nothing like reinforcing it below, but you don't know if you could just rip through it. Maybe one of the beefier guys on your team could probably just with their bare hands, but
like my staff doesn't feel like I could break it with my staff.
Maybe you'd have to. Yep.
I might just have to do a little something heavier. Okay.
All right, but that's going to be your turn, right?
Yeah. Dig it.
Okay.
It's too far away. Stop hurting us.
Well, yeah, actually so Spargo, you feel it like the whole thing kind of, as soon as you slam your foot down to kind of check that, the whole thing lurches, and you almost have to like hold your balance as you're inside of this thing, and it starts swaying left and right. It's going to move about 30 feet towards the group.
Spine of Deathwing. Oh my god.
And it scoops up another rock and whips it towards Deckard. That's the only thing it'll be able to do right now.
Later, Will.
No, he's gonna dodge. He's he's got me on his
You can dodge
back.
a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Except I don't know if you can dodge a fucking boulder when you're almost dead.
It looks like a single digit. I can't tell.
No, it was a 22.
Sorry, wait, hang on. Deckard sees him gearing up to throw this rock.
Okay.
And sorry, I was muted. I tried to say this before you told me.
No, that's cool.
And he kind of holds his hand out, and like this, it almost looks like blood, but it takes on the properties of smoke around his hand, and he like holds it out against the towards the tree thing, the house.
And this is why you're carrying me, right?
Yep. And this smoke starts to like swirl around the house, and I'm going to use my blood curse of the eyeless, so I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on an attack roll when an enemy within 60 feet makes a weapon attack.
Okay. All right. So let me roll that again.
Seems like it might be helpful in this situation.
It seems like it might be.
15 misses, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Wily
Dodge
rogue.
that bullet.
yeah. So
Holy
the rock lands right between you and Juniper the goat. She gives a little bleeding kind of noise as she kind of freaks out, and she wasn't expecting that. But you're
God.
good. Very good. All right.
Sound queued up.
Whew.
So dodge that one.
Well, that's
Not
happening.
bullets out here, Thoradin.
Yeah, Thoradin
Literally.
is having a dream. Am I allowed to dream? Is that
Your dream. Yes, you can dream.
so? Thoradin just had a dream that he was drinking ale with Deckard, and they were throwing the mugs at each other after they would finish a glass, and whoever was the last person standing won. And he threw a mug at Deckard, and Deckard dodged it. So, like, I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Was that a good dream or a bad dream?
I don't know.
Depends on who you were in the dream.
Yeah, good for him.
The search continues.
The search continues. He tipped his cap after he dodged my mug, and he goes, "You're quick, Thornton. I'm not as quick as me."
Yeah. I love it.
Pretty good.
Not as quick as me.
And Deckard, it is your turn now.
All right. So yeah, I where's the map here?
Leave him there.
Damn thing is chasing us. So I'm gonna double move again. Oh, I just gotta get to my horse. I gotta get to my.
With Thornton, they'll let you move 2 squares, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Okay.
Is my weight affecting you at all, Deckard? Are you making any comments about my weight? How is that?
This guy's eating a few too many biscuits, man.
All right, Ragnar, it's your turn.
I don't like that this thing is chasing us. I'm not really so comfortable with it, so I guess I'll do my double move.
Okay.
Go.
And you can move. You're still moving full speed, so you can move like 5 squares.
So is that fine?
Yep.
Cool.
Did any of them see me shimmy up, Dan? Just out of curiosity.
I would say Deckard and Alaric did, because they were close. They have good passive, or they have good perception. Deckard, maybe, he's really got a lot going on with, trying to dodge this thing and pull Thord in, but out of the corner of his eye, he saw you materialize and go into the hut, and you did too, Alaric.
Okay.
Juniper, it's your turn.
All right, well, Juniper is going to continue her journey this way. It's 40 feet. Nope, she can go a little further.
Right, because you have the unimpeded movement and a giant goat's movement speed. So
Yeah, so I think her plan here is to go
You could
towards
move-
the other goats. Oh, God.
right, sorry, you can move 8 squares.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, because you have 40 movement speed, and if you use your action to dash, since you're not impeded by the terrain, you can move 8 squares.
Excellent. She is now up against the gate of the goat pen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And these goats have are looking extremely nervous about all the activity that's going on, and as you can see, they've kind of pulled towards the far side of the pen. But yeah, you get over there.
So because I used my action to dash, I can't use it to like kick open the gate, right?
No, and there isn't a gate. That was one of the weird things about this whole pen, is it was just these sticks that went all the way around with no gate.
Okay.
Now that you know how Babla Saga got around, you assume she kind of flew in on her skull and just kind of came in from the top instead of needing to go through. But yeah,
So
but
she,
you're over there.
UFO abducted these goats and then dropped them in from the top.
Right. Yeah, in
She
her
probably
little
did, like the claw that she just saw last goats. Oh
Dr.
no.
Robotnik.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. Lara, it's your turn.
Thought I might kill someone.
It's the actor who plays the Ripper. What are you doing here? Thought I might kill someone.
You know what?
I love it.
Just out of sheer instinct here, I am going to, before I move or do anything, I'm going to slug this healing potion I have.
Cool.
Because I'm looking at it as we're all so spread out. We're running from this fucking thing. Nobody knows where Spargle is. I'm just like I can't even walk barely anymore. That's how I'm looking at it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Remember this? Will talked about this last time. I forgot. I wanted to show you guys.
That was so
the-
cool.
Yeah, this is for our
That is-
in-person session. Ponch made this like wood carved this box with the shield and shadow, and then we made actual healing potions. They have the exact amount of D4s that you get to roll by size of healing potion.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That is one thing that's awesome about playing in person is all that really
Mhm.
nerdy shit.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a really
I was gonna
clever
say,
way
do you
to
think
that.
will
Yeah.
everybody be comfortable by May 1st to do that thing in person?
I'll
I got
do
my
whatever,
vaccine.
man. I'm getting my vaccine. I don't care. I'll take a mask off. We can all make out. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm down. Because then me and Amber could. I mean, if she wants to, we could swing that.
I'll do it.
Oh.
I don't care.
We'll
That'd be
talk
fun.
I don't
about
know
it.
if I could do May 1st, but somewhere around there, yeah.
I should be flexible.
So potion of healing is
2d4 plus 2. If you click on it, it'll pull it out to the side and show you. But you have 3 of them actually,
I
right?
do. Yep. I don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't know
You
why.
got 2
2d4
pair of
plus-
gloves.
You could.
You had
Yep.
3 pair of gloves the whole time. So
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but if you were to give one of those to Thornton, he'd be awake.
well, am I close
Versus
enough
you
to-
just
Oh,
having
oh,
more
I'm
hit
sorry.
points.
I'm sorry. I was thinking I was further away. No. Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting because Deckard's fucking carrying him. Let me do that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because I can do that, right? Because
Yep.
I
you can
I
move.
move
Your
20
normal movement will get there.
and then I can
and then-
minister the potion. That's all
Yeah.
legit.
That was literally the 2 pairs of gloves thing there. Right
Yeah,
there, but
no,
that's okay.
here's how this
Yeah.
went down.
I-
Deckard's like carrying Thoradin, and he looks over and
And
Alark's
Alark's like ready to drink this potion. He's like,
You know-
I'm not feeling 100%.
Honestly, it was when I first looked at it, I was like, dude, I'm 30 feet away, and I can't do that because I have to double move to get to him, and I can't use the action.
You're
Okay.
you're 20. You're actually exactly 20 feet, so you're good there.
All right.
What
Yeah,
if you
so-
have to go with that?
So he's
2D
got him on his shoulder, right? And
Yep.
he's like nearly basically dead, unconscious. So I'll while he's holding him, I'll get this potion out and I will try to pour it down his throat.
Yeah, so Deckard, you're dragging Thoradin, all his like vomit and food and spit coming out of his beard, and then Alark comes running over and you notice what he's doing, so you kind of cringe and you put your thumb in his mouth and his fish hook his mouth open for him as Alark dumps this potion down Thoradin's throat, and you get 2d4 plus 2 health to Matt. And I think,
is there a place
Adam,
to-
you roll it.
Yeah, I will. I can't. So if I click on the potion of healing, it brings up like the little sidebar. There's nothing I can click on to roll it. Do I just have to go to
guess
the dice
not.
roller and do?
Yeah, I guess. And if you click on the D4 like twice.
Yeah, I did that, but the modifier I'll have to add afterwards.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That work? Oh.
Oh, good roll.
Oh my god.
So 4.
So 4 health you get, Matt.
Oh, God, my lifelines.
I'm not-
Okay.
I'm not a healer.
Although 4 is way better than 0
yeah, that's a lot
in this
more.
game.
At least you can.
All
walk.
right, Spargo, we're back to you. You've tested the floor. The boards feel solid. You feel like it's going to take quite a bit of strength to just rip them up with your bare hands.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, bare hands aren't any fun. So I'm going to do So I do something similar to something you guys have seen before, like where, you see do fire orbs sometimes, but I'm slight differences in the semantics and stuff. And I'm actually going to do thunder damage on the floorboards with
Okay.
a chromatic orb, and I'm sculpting around the chest and the gem, so I'm not so I make sure I don't damage those things.
I dig it. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Oh. All right. So, very nice roll. So yeah, you form this chromatic orb. It's really hard. I mean, this whole thing is now rocking back and forth. You know, you're like basically on a boat in the middle of a storm, trying to balance yourself. But you kind of blast it down at your own feet. You're able to, sculpt it around yourself, the chest, everything, and the floorboards burst open. They just splinters go everywhere. And laying right in front of you is this watermelon-sized or this coconut-sized large green gem, identical to the one that you guys pulled out of Winter Splinter. And it's right there for you to grab.
I scoop it up.
Oh,
Well,
y'all dead. It's over.
as you go to grab for it,
Oh no.
You did.
With tongs, I said, right? Didn't I say that?
I grabbed
the
the oven
floor,
mitts.
the splintered edges of the floorboard form into
Oh
the
fuck!
teeth of that look like a mouth, and try to clamp towards your hand. I need you to make a dexterity
Oh Christ.
savings throw.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're gonna take 10 D9s. New dice
yeah,
I
that's
just made up.
that's Juniper damage right there.
Fuck
D9s.
yeah.
Rude.
Ooh.
Oh, I like to see that.
Ooh, all right. So you needed a 16,
Oh,
which is high, and so yeah, you're just what's that game where you're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I grabbed
yes.
the fish. I
love
grabbed the
it.
fish from the pond.
Yeah, right. So you you got the fly with the chopsticks, and you pull this thing out, and you even feel like a little bit of splinters almost at the tips of your fingertips as you yank this thing out. You pull the gem out, and it comes into your hand, and this entire hut and everything just suddenly just falls about 5 feet into the swamp
Yes,
as it goes completely lifeless.
Spargo, you saved the day.
he's the real
Fargo,
MVP.
Friggin' saved us.
Although we probably don't all realize this just yet. Right.
So Ragnar and Juniper aren't even looking back. They're like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. They haven't even their eyes are like
Every man for
My
himself.
medicine saved a bunch of you guys. I'm out.
Thornton just wakes up and he's choking on this healing potion, and he sees he's got Deckard's thumb in his mouth, and Alaric's got this vial, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And you guys all look up as you see and hear, the three of you at least, the hut just kind of plunk, just that squishy sound as it kind of lands kind of cockeyed into the swamp and just sits there. I will move you, Spargle. So everybody else is kind of here, is there. Now I can show you a little bit more of exactly what you were. So there you go. I don't know. Is this? You guys not seeing
I
this?
just see a
I just see
black
blackness.
square right now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Completely black.
Second. Is this all fog of war? Maybe.
It's a very dark room.
I have night vision.
Turn on the light.
Same.
I actually have dark vision.
So do I. I still see nothing.
I'm working on it. We getting there? No. Oh, hold on. This dumb shit. Oh, there you go. You got
I
it?
don't like that tub. Ugh.
No.
Oh.
I don't know what I had to do to fix that. I fucking hate roll 20.
That's some Dexter shit right there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh yeah.
That's some Rita shit.
Okay, so let's combat's over. Congratulations, you guys beat Baba Lysaga and her creeping hut, which is in one of the most insanely hard fights in this whole thing. You guys will all level up on your next long rest. Congratulations. But we're not going to do that mid-session. So you guys will all go to level 8 after this. Very well done. Well, kind of well done.
Thanks, Sparkle. Thanks for the carry.
Nah, that was nuts.
You made all those bad rolls last time.
So
Yeah, I was
Sparkle.
gonna say,
Hey,
I wasn't really.
no-
I didn't really do much with Baba Lasaga. Remember, I didn't help too much
No,
there.
you did. You hit the first shot
You
and the
hit
last
that
shot.
nuke. Not to
So Juniper,
like nitpick, but if Sparkle would have failed that roll,
Yeah.
what happened?
It would have done, just so you guys know, it would have
would've killed him,
done.
right? 100%.
I don't know. How much hit points did you have left?
I was pretty beat up. Let me go back. To
It would have done 3d6 piercing damage. It would have bit you, and you wouldn't have got the gem, and you would have had to keep trying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have. I'm like half hit points, and I don't have a ton. So
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Either way, it's probably good that you succeeded on it.
yeah,
Well, you roll. How many like ones did you roll when you had the crown on? So
Right. That's
evens
true.
out.
Everybody's
We were
alive
barefoot.
right now, too, right? We have nobody unconscious. We did.
Uh,
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
so that means
looking-
we
everybody's
all
alive.
should get experience, right?
Right.
Right. I'm playing Final Fantasy in my head.
Yeah. Do I get job points or no? I played that on my
God,
stream, that's
Cecil's
funny.
dead. He's not going to level up.
No, he's a paladin now. He's just not a dark
That's
knight
fine.
anymore. He's
Yeah,
good.
he's not a
I'm dead.
Dark Knight.
okay.
I don't understand what the hell this is.
It looks fine. I can see it now.
Yeah, it's just missing the bottom piece of the map, which doesn't matter. It's just my OCD is going triggering.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, so we're out of combat now, so no one needs to take turn. We're out of turn order. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna check out that chest.
Would like to clean that fucking bloody bathtub, I'll tell you that.
Have fun.
Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
back.
looking around. Like Dan, the chest
nightmare
itself
zone.
didn't glow, right?
Yes, it did.
Oh
Remember, he said it had a bunch of different items, and he wasn't going to tell you the schools of magic.
no. I know there was a bunch of stuff in the chest that glowed.
Yes,
But I didn't know if-
but yes, the chest itself. Thank you for saying that. The chest itself does.
Okay. I have to be careful here. I'm gonna run to the doorway.
And for the record, the chest itself. Okay. Not the entire chest, but because you cast detect magic, you notice there's a glyph on the back of the chest that emanated abjuration magic.
Have we checked on this baby?
There's a glyph on the back of the chest or the inside of the chest. Like,
The back of the chest.
can I inspect it? And perhaps ascertain what it.
All you know that there is a magical glyph sort of etched in the back of the chest. That's all you know at this point.
Okay, but like, there's no.
And
like,
you being a wizard know that a glyph is something that could potentially trigger something.
Right. Okay. Oh, shit. And was there anything that wasn't in the chest that was glowing in room other than the baby and the seed?
The baby, the seed, the chest. That was it.
Okay. I run to the door and I just wave and I go, hey guys, I think it's okay. And then, I'm worried about what I could unleash here. Let's see.
And you see that this obviously is the chest. This is the tub that's like stained with blood. This is the crib that has the still smiling, angelic looking baby just looks like the happiest little Gerber baby, just sitting there smiling like nothing happened. Doesn't interact with it, doesn't sort of engage with anything around it. This shitty cot over here, this crappy table, everything else is just garbage out of a garage sale.
What the heck is the bloodbath for, though? It's kind
This is the water and this is the well.
Oh, drink deep and descend.
Oh, brains as tree limbs. What? Tree limbs
any-
with brains.
I need to watch that.
No, you don't.
Is anybody else moving up into the hut? I'm happy to add you to the map. While Spargle's kind of just assessing the situation, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm knocked out.
So
I'm
Sparkle
fucked
just
up.
You're
knocked
up.
out.
You're
Right
up.
now you
like-
got 4 hit points, Matt.
Well, yeah, I have 4 hit points, but I'm fucking maimed.
Okay,
I'm not
so
like
all right, so Thornton's super maimed, barely back
Yeah.
to life after the potion. I'm pretty well beat up.
You could take a short rest.
So was
if
so
Spargle's
was
going to
Decker,
take some.
right?
Yeah,
Decker
I'm
was
gonna
pretty
take a
beat up.
rest, too.
I'm
You
just
should just
trying to
stay
like
the night.
observe. I'm trying to see, is there anybody out of the group of us, knowing that Sparkle's gone, and that this hut just stopped moving? Are we gonna like? Is there anybody that's gonna take charge and do anything?
Spargle came out and waved at you guys after the hut went down. And then, yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Juniper
Ragnar would
rams
move up to the
the
hut.
fence.
You are able to ram through a couple of the sticks. They're nothing special. The skulls that are on top, a couple of them crack on the way down and start screaming like they did before when you blew one up. But the screaming just kind of echoes through the swamp and no one comes looking. The goats on the inside of the pen start sniffing around cautiously now that there's an opening, and they seem to start walking again cautiously out of the pen and are like, "We're free."
I'm gonna open those chests with the ravens or the cages with the ravens too, Dan. Whenever it goes around.
Okay. They look like normal iron cages without any locks or anything on them.
I don't suppose they're glowing.
Oh yeah, sorry. They were.
Oh, the cages were glowing?
Yeah, let me retcon that. The cages had so they have iron bars around them, and with no noticeable door or lock mechanism. But you notice between 2 of the bars a bright glow of mad abjuration magic.
Shit.
This Babala Saga was all about her magic.
Yeah. Do I know anything about just from like an arcane standpoint? Do I know anything? Is there anything from I don't know, how do I put this? You're
an 8th level wizard. Go ahead and make an arcane check.
Okay.
You need a DC 10. It's a DC 10 or higher. I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
I have the music playing from Final Fantasy VII when Cloud sees the trail of blood in the Midgar, the Shinra building. Yeah, very appropriate right
I'm
now.
listening to it kind of on the side. It's hard because I hear myself echoing, but I do like the music you're playing.
So good.
Spargle, you realize that these cages, while they are just mundane iron bird cages full of ravens, like packed in so tight they can barely move around, have arcane lock spells cast on them.
Okay.
A knock spell would open it, or enough strength might be able to bend the bars.
Okay.
You also know that a password may have been set by the caster.
Owlbear. Wobblier. Wobblier.
Robler.
Owlbear.
Roblier. Yeah, right.
You know what? All right. Here's I'm gonna that's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I might kind of hold it. I'm gonna start to take a rest, basically.
Okay.
Um,
If you guys
I
want a
can-
short rest, that just means you guys are chilling for like about an hour, and you can use your hit dice to recover hit points and some things. Or as Deckard was saying, if you guys want to just spend the night, you can try that.
Yeah, why don't we just make this our little home for the night?
What if there are booby traps there
Nobody
yeah,
tried to kill us.
and the whole place explodes?
Can Juniper move the baby and sleep in the baby cot?
Can Thorin sleep in the bloody bathtub?
Ew.
Ew.
Why? Why?
hey Dan, does... never mind. All right.
He's got problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna contemplate, and then like just to see if my friends are coming. I'm sitting on the edge of the porch on the front of this thing and kind of waving. Are you guys? Are you heading this way or
Ragnar goes in the hut.
Yeah, I'm Deckard. Like, finally, like just doesn't like drop Thor into the ground, but
Yeah.
kind of does. Like when you've been carrying a sack of potatoes for 10 years, you just like, and like seeing Spargle in the house. Deckard's like, all right, well, maybe this thing dead. Spargle seems to be all right, so he starts walking towards it.
I tell you, come on. Yeah, I say, come on up. Careful, don't touch some things here because there's some booby traps. Just be careful what you touch. Don't touch the chest. Don't touch the cages.
Okay, so Juniper heads over. She's not a goat anymore. She's not feeling super stressed out. She freed her little friends there. She's interested in what's going on with this house.
So the goats, as you walked away, they almost kind of follow you for a moment, like
Oh.
you're this like spiritual leader, this like alpha goat that suddenly showed up and rescued them. This giant goat that just freed them from their prison.
I am the alpha goat.
And you are, and they you have enough speak with animals, sense, and just enormous amount of sort of appreciation that these goats are kind of sending your way. They kind of are looking at you, and they're looking back up towards the mountain cliffs where you think they probably came from. And as you walk away, they start to make their way back towards their home.
Oh.
And I will set you here. And then, so is that everybody? Yeah, I think everybody is there now. So yeah, you guys can kind of move yourselves up. Spargle, you've done a few things here. So and Juniper, you've done your thing. So anyone else, what are you doing as you walk up to this hut that's now stopped moving and killing you all?
I just go in the hut.
Okay. And you see what I described before. All those things, the chest in the corner, the bloody bathtub, Spargle's kind of like warning you, don't touch the chest, don't touch the bird cages. The birds, the ravens are kind of like still kind of like fluttering around, but they're not as like crazily like kind of, they've calmed down and are just kind of curiously watching you all.
I look at one of the groups of ravens and I do my raven signal and I go, caw, caw! It's safe. If everything's clear, we're good now, friends.
Ragnar asks Spargle, how did you get this thing to stop, lad?
I pulled out one of those gems, just like the one that was in that other construct that we killed when we met Juniper.
Oh, a gem, you say?
Yeah, it looks like the same same kind of thing that.
Can Thorin smell it?
Yes.
I'd like to give the gem a wee bit of a whiff, Spargle, if that's okay.
It doesn't have much of a scent. Honestly, it's kind of.
At least it doesn't smell like the witch's feet.
Oh.
Because, it could have took on any odor.
Oh, good.
Being in that stupid.
Oh, crusty old, stinky, crackling witch feet.
Bargle, great job.
Hey, I'm gonna. I just need 2 minutes to hit the restroom. You guys want to discuss what your plan is here in the hut? I'll be right back.
I think Juniper's
I
probably
can't
gonna
believe
try
we're
to
still
talk to the
alive.
birds.
What about Juniper? What'd you say?
I think she's gonna try to talk to the birds. And yeah, I can't believe we're still alive either.
Oh, you're not going to shoot the birds? That's a nice change of pace. Okay, yeah, talk to the birds.
You guys let me know if you have any questions for them. You know.
Ask them if they know
Erwin?
Erwin. Yeah, oh my god.
Erwin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Erwin.
Davian, Erwin, Donica,
Caw-caw.
Muriel.
Ask them if they know about the Order of the Silver Fox. Thorin, it's the Silver Dragon. Same thing, lad. Same thing. You get the sense that Thorin might be starting to crack a little bit.
Jordan,
He's
why don't
lost
you
his
sit
mind.
down for a minute? You've been through a lot, buddy. Why don't you have some water?
Listen, you little goat wench. You don't tell
Oh.
me what to do, you little creep.
That's Alpha Goat. I think we all agreed that I am now Alpha Goat.
I'll rip your little horns out and shove them so far up your ass they'll be coming out your mouth.
How many fucking hit points do you have? Do you have 4? Go fucking sit down, Mr. 4 hit points.
Sit down.
All right, so Juniper, you're talking to the birds.
I am, and I'm translating for my friends here.
She's very polite. Clearly, she's
Yeah.
very polite to the birds.
Juniper, ask them about Muriel. She's the one who was scouting the witch out.
So Juniper does that, and her overall tone is friendly, and trying to get them to like her.
So you realize kind of right away. Are you using
Speak with animals.
with small beasts? Wait.
Speak with animals. It's a first level spell.
Okay, so you're actually casting the spell Speak with Animals, or you're using your trait, which is Speak with Small Beasts? Because you can do that one's free because it's a racial trait of being a forest gnome.
Oh shit! I'll do that one. Yeah.
But it's less conversive. But let's say you do that first, right? Because that's your natural sort of instinct. You realize that these are normal ravens, that they're not were-ravens. But they send you a sense of enormous relief. You get the sense of their fear and panic is subsiding. They kind of realize that they're close to being rescued. They want to get the fuck out of these cages. When you kind of ask about the Muriel thing, they kind of acknowledge that they're aware of these greater ravens, these were-raven things that they look to as they're almost in their minds like deities or super beings. And they were aware that one was nearby in this swamp and had hoped that one would save them. And they just want to get out of these cages, and they're super appreciative that the hut and the woman are disabled.
Juniper asks if they know anything about the witch having a son or like a ward.
They are not intelligent enough to respond to that.
Okay.
I mean, if you're kind of pointing or asking about the specific baby, they don't seem to care much about it. They keep emanating the sense of get me out of this cage. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not dead. I hated that woman. That's kind of what you're getting.
Yeah, Juniper just checks with the party to see if they'd be all right with her releasing them or if they had any other questions.
I just mentioned the arcane locks.
Let the ravens fly free.
Wait a minute. Before you let them out, see if you can get them to let the Mardikovs know what happened here, and if they can perhaps send reinforcements if there's a more intelligent Raven, because we could use a hand, and they need to know about this.
Do any of you have like good berry or any way to like make food for them? So we can maybe exchange because
We-
once they fly free, they don't really owe us anything at that point, you know? Maybe
Except
if we
their
give them
lives.
food. Yeah.
I mean, I have rations, you know what I mean, but I don't like if we want to take a little bit of our rations and I can, but I don't have a good berry.
Okay. So, she breaks off a little bit of bread, she gives it to the crows, and then she lets them go. Or the ravens.
Well, the cage is you can't just open it.
Hmm.
It's got these metal bars that are real sturdy and what seems like a magical lock holding it together.
Oh. Oh well.
I have a if you guys don't want to take a rest for what time of the day is it? I mean, we're all pretty beat up. I mean, if we
You started fighting Baba Lysaga. It's 2 or 3 in the morning.
maybe we take a long rest here or take a nice good rest, and then I have a little trick that I can do as far as to open up these things tomorrow. But I'm pretty tapped out. I need some rest to be able to do that. The same thing with that chest. I don't want anyone going near that. There's like a magical ward on that could very well be very bad for anyone who tries to open it. I'm
Do you
going to
think
try to get
it's
it back
do you think
tomorrow.
it's safe to stay in this hut?
I have no idea. I mean, we're in the middle of a Baba Lysaga swamp, so
I mean, if we don't stay in the hut, we're not going to get any rest because of the mosquitoes, right?
I think we're safe as anywhere else that we sleep in this shitty
Hey, at
world.
least it can't throw boulders at itself.
I do think it's down. I think that, I do think it's
Oh, let's take a rest. I am so tired.
I think we need to set a watch though, because what if she has sentries watching us?
yeah, that's
Sparkle, set an alarm. Let's take a nap.
yep. I'll do that.
Okay, so Spargle, you do your normal alarm spell thing. Now, there's only so many targets that you can ignore from the alarm. So the ravens, there's probably 40 of them between the two cages. So maybe you'll have to kind of circle it around the perimeter of the inside of the building, get everybody inside. Alaric, you might want to move yourself inside, but suffice to say, you get the alarm spell cast. Everybody taking a long rest?
How
Yeah, I'm
long is the
taking
long rest? 8 hours?
Yeah. 6 to 8.
So what if I was gonna cut that and do like take 2 hours and just like maybe wait by the door? Because I don't feel comfortable.
It's usually okay. If we do like an 8-hour rest, you can do a couple, like 2 people can take a shift in terms of guarding, and you'll still get your long rest.
Adam, you muted.
Ragnar's gonna
Which
take
looks
the
kind of funny, but I got.
I'm sorry. I said I would rotate with you, Ragnar.
Cool. Let's do that because I feel like she already sent a scarecrow to some abbey. She might have other things watching us, and
That's
I
a
don't
good
love
point.
it. I don't
That's a
love
good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Spargo casts his alarm. Ragnar and Alaric both take shifts. The swamp is just eerily quiet. Once the goats have stopped bleeding and the skulls stop screaming, even the buzzing of the flies has subsided quite a bit since Baba Lysaga was killed, or since at least she disappeared. You guys have a very peaceful, if not uncomfortable and kind of humid and mucky kind of night's sleep, and you all get a long rest. So make sure you do that on your sheets, because I'm sick of looking at all these red hit point totals here. And
Is that full? Do you go to full for that?
Yeah, there should be
Yeah.
a button on your sheet that says long rest that you
yep.
can click
Yeah.
on to reset everything for you.
All right.
a lot of your abilities and spell slots and everything you guys should be in great shape. And you wake up, you guys feel like half of you feel like you're awake and you're recouped, but you get that feeling of a horrible all-night bender. You just like you were, it's been rough, but you're up. What would you like to do now?
Man, I feel like I drank a gallon of Aunt Cindy's apple cider moonshine last night, man.
Aunt Cindy.
Ooh, what's moonshine, lad? What is this moonshine you speak of?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds really good right now.
Oh, it'll knock you on your ass. Not Thornton though. Thornton, you could drink all the booze and all of Faerun and still be. You just bombing it up.
Ah, so you've heard tales of my drinking, I hear.
I have. I heard about this dwarf one time. It must have been you.
Probably. I'm known for my constitution, lad.
Legendary.
Except when you're licking the walls of a wine cellar.
Why do you think I'm licking the walls, lad?
You build up a tolerance.
That's where real fermentation lies.
All right. So you guys wake up. The ravens they're just all kind of looking at you. The chest is here. This illusionary baby is still just sitting there, and now you guys have almost grown tired of it. Now that you know it's an illusion, it's just weird.
So Thornton goes to break its neck.
Ew.
And your hands go through it as if it were an illusion. It's like, but everybody else is, that's kind of not cool, dude.
Who wants to make some bacon from these ravens, lads? Some raven bacon.
I don't think night bacon ever worked out well for anything.
There were a few goats out there.
What? Wow.
I love goat bacon, and he looks at Juniper and he gives her like an angry.
But Thornton and Deckard's relationship with Juniper has gone down one point.
Did I just lose one reputation with Juniper?
You did.
Right.
You are now hated with the Bilberry
Would be
Consortium.
You are now hated.
He will be attacked on sight by all Bilberry.
That's pretty
Thornton takes a fork and knife in front of Juniper and he starts,
You laugh now.
doing
Wait
that.
till I eat your chain link pants.
Oh, me naked. Oh, what a horror. Oh,
That sounds like a
All
Tuesday
Barovia
night.
hasn't seen that.
yeah.
Now
Here
that
it's the
Deckard's like
Sonic camp.
up and not almost dead, he's very interested in this baby. So there's still just this baby here, right?
Right.
And it's in the crib.
Right.
Is it crying? Does it need food? Like, what is it? What's its current state?
His
Oh,
dad
that baby's
thinks
fake, Deckard. That's not a real baby.
It's almost like at this point, since you've spent the night with it sitting there, you realized it's almost like on a loop of like it's just going. It's just this animated illusionary baby that's just like this perfect baby. It's not crying. It's smiling. It looks healthy. Like literally like the Gerber baby just sitting there like a hologram.
Got it. Oh, my bad. I missed that. Okay.
Joe mentioned the Gerber babies on the stream.
That's weird.
It's almost like he knows what's happening.
It is weird.
All right, Dan, I'm checking out that glyph,
Okay.
And hey guys, do you mind maybe getting out of this hut for a second? If I blow it up, I'd rather you guys be on the outside.
That's fine, Sparky. I gotta take a big old shit anyway, so I'll see myself out.
Deckard looks around and goes, "You're gonna blow this place up? I don't see any kids in here. The one in here is fake."
You blow. Oh wow. Oh no, he left after you said that.
Spargle has left the guild.
No, he doesn't leave the guild.
She quit.
Well, that's for you.
Bartle
Oh,
takes
wow.
the green gem and runs.
That was it. It was the final straw.
That was
Ragnar pats Spargle on the shoulder and steps out of the hut.
Spargo, while you blow up the inside, I'm gonna go blow up the outside. I'll be back.
Deckard follows Thoradin.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Out the door, not to take a dump.
Oh, we're gonna take dumps together. We're gonna do a dump chain.
We're gonna do a group shit, lad. I love
I
it.
didn't realize guys went to the bathroom together too.
That's a great
Aw.
dwarven tradition. I'll show you sometime, Junie.
It's adorable.
Judy,
All right, Spargo, make an investigation check.
Judy B.
Okay.
God.
You're not. You know where the glyph is. You're not sure what it'll do or what will trigger it.
Okay. Did everybody exit?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Move yourselves if you did, please. And kind of exactly where you are.
Ew,
Yeah.
Not to give anything away. This is like in Doug's campaign where we're going to all step back 20 feet from the chest before Deckard opens it. And it was a 30-foot range.
What's that?
Remember that? We were all like, hey, and Doug's like, how far do you move back from the chest? I'm like, 20 feet. He's like, 20 feet? I was like, yeah. It's like, you sure you don't mean 31 feet? Like, nope. 20 feet.
Deckard, are you gonna go?
Oh yeah, I followed Thoradin out.
You didn't move. You got to move him.
Thoradin crop dusted me all the way out the door.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic at 4th level.
Wait, you have that?
I readied it this morning. That's why I had to sleep. I had to ready that. Oh shit! I didn't ready my knock. I was gonna. Oh, I did. No, I did. I readied knock.
Wait, we did level up, you said?
After the long rest,
after
yeah.
the-
I was
We-
going to say
we-
after the session because I don't want to bog down the session with the leveling up.
Boo.
Yeah, sorry.
Boo.
Sorry.
Boo. Everyone in chat's upset with you right now.
The Greek
I
chorus
just
is
saw
all
the
very
poop
angry.
that you drew.
What's that, Will?
I just saw the poop that you
Yeah,
drew.
that is one big pile of shit.
Yeah, I had my open slot, Dan, but I didn't have it prepared.
Okay.
That's why I could have done it yesterday had I been able to prepare it, but I couldn't prepare it until this morning.
While Sparkle's doing his thing, Deckard's walking over to get his horse. Bring it back.
Okay. That's cool. All right. And then, yeah, let me move the horse over. And what are you doing, Sparkle?
Casting Dispel.
On.
The glyph.
Okay.
This will go well.
On that shiny poo. Thoradin, I can't believe you actually drew a mound.
I mean, immersion, right? I mean,
He's painting a picture, literally, with his feces.
I know which tile I'm going to avoid.
exactly. Now you know.
Yep.
Yeah, just don't walk there.
Okay. Cool. All right. You cast Dispel Magic and you see the glyph go shoop and disappear.
Oh, nice.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I open up the chest.
Not to break the fourth wall, but if you would have cast Dispel Magic on the hut, you would have disabled it for a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Funky.
That would have been one way to address it. But anyhow, yeah. So you open the chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Sorry.
So you pop open the chest now, knowing that it is no longer sort of warded. But as soon as you open the chest, these
I knew it.
like disembodied hands.
Oh fuck me.
These like literally these hands that have like that are just like, what was it, like the thing in the Addams Family?
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
The thing,
Literally,
the thing, literally those, like 4 of those come crawling out. of the chest.
Sweet.
Roll initiative.
And they all four of them start just like almost like bees out of a hive, just start grabbing at you and kind of like clawing at you, Spargle. And a 17 and a 19
Okay, can I cast shield
as a reaction?
as a reaction?
Sure. Does that
Blocks. Like that would put me at 21, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So you pop open the chest, nothing happens from the glyph which you dispelled, and you see a ton of shit in this chest. But you also see these four little hands come up, and immediately you say your word of power and move your hand as this glowing kind of shield comes up, and these claws just kind of bounce off of you. But they're all kind of like, and they all kind of bounce around the room right where I have them, and they're like laying kind of like palm up around you. Alaric, you're closest to the door of the hut, and you see Sparkle jump back and do this. What would you like to do? I'm not going to get into initiative. These things are tiny.
I guess so. Like, things were good. We got all healed up, and we were kind of just like moving out. And I feel like if Alaric saw some shit happening in there with Spargle, I probably would just run back in.
Okay. And these are 5-foot squares, so you can in like 2 strides be right behind Spargle.
Okay, I would move in right behind him, and I would have my spear drawn.
Spear? Your blood spear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're gonna attack one of the claws?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. They have 12 armor class.
14.
All right, and they have 2 hit points. So you squish. So you stick your spear through one, and it almost like explodes, like bursts, it's like you're stomping on a cockroach that just was crawling around your room. And do you get an extra attack or anything else?
I do.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take another swing.
Okay. So you stab at the one to your, let's say your right, and then to your left.
Yep. Makes sense. I'm going to roll damage.
Okay. You don't need to. 2 hit points. I think just your modifier. Okay. So Alaric, so after that happens, Sparkle, they go flying around the room. Alaric comes in right behind and just goes and just squishes 2 of them. Juniper, you see Alaric do this as well, and do you want to do anything?
Yes. But that hut is kind of crowded, and there's a guy in there swinging a spear around. So she kind of like goes up to the front to see what's happening and like what all is going on. And are the hands like, are they wearing anything, or are they literally just hands? Are there any
No,
rings
they
or
look like almost like somebody went into a morgue and cut off some random hands,
Oh.
and they've decayed a little bit, and they just look like human hands.
Ew. Okay,
Yeah.
so she reaches to her side and she quickly selects a rock from her pouch, and she oh no, that's for damage. Oh, there we go. 15.
All right. Yep. And you squarely. What are you throwing the rock, or you have a sling thing, or?
I'm literally just throwing that rock at it.
Okay. Yeah. So after Alaric comes in and stabs 2 of them, Juniper almost like between Alaric's like legs, kind of comes flying in and whips a rock like she's skipping it and hits one of these hands, and it impales into the wall and just like bursts into like knuckle joints and blood on the wall and blows into pieces.
Ew.
And there's one more on the far side, right on top of the chest that Spargle opened. It's kind of like dangling on the outside of the chest, and it looks like it's about to like jump like a spider onto Spargle's face.
Oh no.
Is there anything else you can do, or is that your whole turn?
No, I mean, I'm obviously my thoughts and prayers go out to Spargle, but there's nothing else that I can do.
Thoughts and prayers.
All right,
usually
Deckard. I'll give you line of sight on that last hand. I mean, you're threading the needle. I'm gonna have you roll. If you're gonna shoot it, you have to roll with disadvantage. But it's sitting there ready to. It's actually springing midair now towards Spargle. If you hit it, if you want to shoot it, or whatever you want to do.
You're muted.
I'm sorry, what?
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move 10 feet over here to the north, and then I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker in the jaw. That's what he was trying to say.
That's what he said.
I feel like that wasn't entirely inaccurate.
Hey, Will, are you gonna unmute your mic, or are you gonna keep being an
Oh
idiot?
yeah, yeah.
You
Right.
fucking dumbass.
Maybe, yeah. Deckard. Well, that. Okay, I was just kidding. That's how Deckard.
He's like the reverse American Sign Language here. It's
So, yeah, Deckard pulls out the hand crossbow and fire a shot here. So I got to roll disadvantage.
Yep. But
Is there a way to
12.
do that, or do I just roll twice in D&D?
That's a good question.
No, you right click. If you right click on it, you can roll advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, no shit.
No
That's
shit.
cool. That's cool. I did not.
I
realize
didn't know that. You're so smart, Will. So yeah, cool.
Oh
Glad-
no!
And it
Glad I
shows disadvantage.
Wow,
14
that is
hit.
cool.
14. All right, so all this happens. Spargle opens his chest. These hands come out. The shield. Alaric stabs two of them. Juniper comes in, skips a rock, blasts one up against the wall, and then Deckard rolls backwards. And then he's like this hand crossbow bolt has to go between Juniper, Alaric, over Spargle's head as this hand is jumping from the chest and hits it squarely in the palm and sticks it to the wall as this last little hand creepy thing dies.
How'd that shit go, Thornton?
I had a great shit. But something happened. I heard some commotion.
I heard
Is
some
there any-
bullshit.
Is there any toilet paper in here? And then he picks up. Did the hands disintegrate?
Oh no!
Did they completely disintegrate?
Yo,
I
can I
could
get
use
one
a
of them
hand.
dead ass hands from my ass?
Let me get one of those hands for my ass.
At least make him roll for a disease or something.
No. I have
No.
Condition immunity against disease.
I have immunity.
Ew.
I am totally immune. They said. I said this is great.
You could survive Parmatown Mall.
Are you sure a finger didn't slip up into your,
Maybe it did, lad. I'm not gonna spill my secrets to you.
I do
All
look
right.
over my shoulder at Deckard and be like, "Nice shot," because this thing was leaping at my face.
anytime, man.
And this all happened within seconds, which was really a cool little just thing. And then Spargle, you kind of look around
Thanks, guys.
like, whew. You look down. This chest is full of shit. You see,
You mean good shit?
Not
Yeah.
Gordon, shit.
1,300 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Jeez.
I could buy a lot of horses with that.
5
That's a lot of fucking horses, man.
I can get my own stable now.
You could probably buy half of Valaki with what's in this chest. There's 5 huge gemstones. And I can't tell you what they're worth right now, but without even in layman's terms, you're like, wow, these are hope gem sized diamonds.
Damn.
Or gemstones. You see 2 vials of liquid, which Spargo, when you detected magic earlier, you knew they were emanating some magic. 2 different spell scrolls. So tubes, like leather tubes that have some scrolls in them.
Big tubes.
Like, is it a 2-hand tube?
Just some big tubes.
This is why I like drinking as a dungeon master. The end of our sessions make no fucking sense. A like black, finely made leather pouch that has 10 very symmetric sized like sling bullets, which draws Juniper's attention because those are like really pretty rocks to throw at people.
All right.
And then you see what was one of the 2 things that seemed to be emanating the most magic when you were X-ray detect magic through them was a set of pipes, like instrumental pipes.
Oh.
And then a big stone. Just a stone. It looks like a white limestone, but it's definitely giving off a lot of magic.
So Thorin goes to pick up the stone, and
Some
he
good loot.
he picks up the stone, and he says, "A dwarf knows a good stone when he sees one, and there's something magical about this stone." And I'd like to do because I have stone cutting work.
Yep. Make a history check.
You're so convincing that you go, I have stone cutting.
8.
Something work. I don't know.
That's how it works. You have
I
to
know
make your history check.
stones in the ground.
And then because I have stone, where the fuck is that on my thing?
Whenever you make an intelligent history check related to stonework, you are considered proficient and add double your proficiency bonus.
So 19.
19. So you know that this is first of all, that this stone is not from these lands. It has come from somewhere outside of Barovia. And you know that there are these legendary stones that you've heard of, and you don't know for sure that that's what this is. But now that I've said this much, you do.
Without giving
Is
anything away.
A luck stone, a stone of good luck.
Lad, so I'm gonna tell the group, lad, the stone, and I'm fucking touching it, and I'm fingering it, and I'm smelling it. You guys don't know the process at which a dwarf really, gets to know the stone. You think I lick it because all you see is like my head move up and down behind the stone, so you don't really know if I'm licking it, but I'm definitely licking it. And I'm just, and I put it like to my chest, and I go, lads, the stone is not from here. It's not from these lands. This is a luck stone. That's it.
Ragnar moves up and sees him doing all that stuff to the stone and gets really interested.
Like, what are you doing over there, lad? You
Ah,
got some good stone.
Ragnar, just who I was thinking about. Look at this stone. I think it's one of those fabled luck stones.
Well, don't lick all of the luck off of it.
I'll,
If
It was
you don't
lucky.
shut your mouth, Junie, I'll lick you too.
Okay, so Jennifer grabs one of her rocks.
yeah, I was gonna say I scoop up the leather pouch and the rocks, and I hand it over to Juniper, and I'd be like, "Hey, this might be an upgrade," and I hand it to her.
And she
All
kind of
right.
takes it and rifles through it while, I guess, Thoradin molests this rock.
The
Sorry,
two
I'm
things that
turning into Governor Cuomo as we speak. Sorry.
Ooh.
I am interested in. I grabbed the scrolls, and I'm also looking at the pipes. I play the pan flute. You said it's like pipes that you play, right?
Right. You said you play the skin what?
The skin flute?
Does Stinkbag play the flute, or is he?
Well done.
Oh, that was good.
I'm waiting for a Stinkbag cameo. It's been like 28 sessions.
What's stink bag?
Stink bag is my ferret that we haven't seen for.
I haven't deployed.
Like, wait,
haven't
so
seen
an
since we
actual
got to Barovia.
ferret, or
Sounds
you
favorite.
game ferret?
Wait, did Stink did he not make it here with us?
He's still fighting the Iraqi wars.
With the Revenant. Him and the Revenant. That's a good side quest we should explore. This is a ferret. See?
This is a
Good.
ferret.
Deckard steps up to the chest and looks in there, and he sees the 5 gemstones that you mentioned, and he picks a few of them up and he goes, "What do you guys think Blackman would do if I slipped a few of these in my pack here?"
You probably
I
steal
don't
them from you and sell them and buy some Doritos.
I don't.
We're being serious.
That was good.
Look, flaming hot Doritos.
Yeah, flaming hot Doritos. Sorry.
Oh God. No, Deckard just starts handing gemstones out. It's like Oprah. You get a gemstone. You get a gemstone. You get it. Starts throws one to Alaric. Throws one to.
Wait,
yeah,
what,
so everybody gets a gemstone except one person.
what colors are these gemstones?
They are a bright. They are a like a deep blue.
Oh, okay.
I will hand all the gemstones out.
Like the color of Ragnar's token.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's nice.
All right, so you're giving them all out, Deckard, and not keeping one for yourself, so everybody else is getting one. Okay.
No, I'm taking some of the. I'll take the pipes here. You take the gem. I don't. I'm more interested in the arcane.
Did Sparkle play the pipes yet?
gem.
No, thanks, man.
Like Sparkle, did you pick up the pipes and just like start doing a little diddle yet, or not yet?
No, I'm gonna. I'm wary of all the mag. I want to inspect some. I'm gonna like try to
Yeah.
identify
Yeah,
some.
we'll
Of
all fall
Yeah,
asleep.
but you're better than me. I would have grabbed it and been like.
What about the potions, Dan? Is there a color to them? Is there anything? I'll do the little like if I don't know right off the way, I'll do the little like can I figure it out thing.
Yeah, it's a clear. It's a clear gelatinous oil, and it sparkles with tiny, ultra thin silver shards.
Oh.
Oh, it's like Goldschlager,
Yes,
but Silverschlager.
silver slugger.
It's clear. Can I determine what it is?
Do you want to spend the time to like identify it? Like,
Yeah.
Do you guys want to? Yeah, I mean, do you want to
What do
spend
we-
like an? Or do you want to? You're allowed to. With a potion, you can kind of take a thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. The
Okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
uh. Yeah.
I already know what
Arcana?
happens.
No.
to play it.
It's an oil of sharpness. So it will it can coat a slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 5 pieces of ammunition. It takes a minute to do that, and then for an hour, it has a +3 to attack and damage rolls.
So for you guys with the blades, this is
Like he's
I
juggling balls.
describe what it does.
Mm.
I go like this, and
You have no marbles.
I go hey, I get hey.
Serrano.
No, I do. I mentioned that. Like, I'm like for those of you with the blades, these are pretty good for the effectiveness of them.
So I grab one like from your hand, not in a rude way. Like I don't hit you, but I grab the bottle, and I look at it, and I say, "Usually us dwarves use sharpening stones from the mountains, and you say this could sharpen me blade, lad."
Yeah, very much so.
So is there a cork or a lid?
It's
Or-
probably got like some kind
Dan,
of
is
stopper.
it like a cork
Yeah,
or?
yep. It's like a test tube kind of vial with like a lid on it. Yep.
So I popped the cork and it makes the sound, and I don't drink it. I know that's what you guys are
Oh,
thinking I'm
oh,
gonna
wait.
do. I just give it I waft it. I give it a waft. Anything particular I notice about it, or
No, oil, like an oil-like smell to it, like
like
it's
frankincense or like myrrh or something, or
like motor oil, like
Oh.
not like it's probably not
Like synthetic
something you
or like
imbibe. It's more something you
castrol?
apply, right?
Right.
It's thick, viscous oil that you would put on something rather than drink.
okay. And then I put the cork back on. Here you go, Sparky. Maybe I hold on to it for now. We can divide it later on. I'm interested, but you know.
So I think I got what you guys did with all the loot, and I'll put it in the party loot channel on Discord. But if I was
great.
wrong, or if you guys want to later decide what to do, I think you figured out what everything is other than the scrolls.
Oh, I took the scrolls.
Right. I mean, you have the 2 scrolls. You just don't know specifically what they are yet.
I figured those are something I have to kind of like. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't remember how that works, because that may be even something I want to like actually add to the spell book as a whiz. You know what I mean? That's kind of one of those things that I doubt I'll just leverage it as a. I don't remember how
Right.
how do you identify with the scrolls?
So if it's a scroll that's of your class, you can just spend an action and look at it, and you'll be like, "Oh, this is something that's a wizard spell." So then you can figure out what you want to, whether you want to just use it or transcribe it later.
Okay.
If you look at it and you're like, "Oh, this is Chinese
Paladin.
to me," it's probably a deity paladin scroll.
Gotcha.
You could give it to somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll check it out. I guess I was just assuming because she seemed to be wizard typey, but
Yep. 1 second.
and I'll hand the oil. He threw it in, grabbed one of them. I'll hand the other
I'll
one
take
to
I'll take
Deckard. I'll give him the other oil. You got 42 different blades. They might as well be sharp.
Does that have a name that we could add as like a preset item, Dan, in D&D, or is it like a custom item?
Which one? The oil?
Yeah, the oil.
Yeah, it's oil of sharpness.
Got it.
Okay, so one of the scrolls. Sorry. Both of them, Punch. You think that you can't really decipher. Your best guess is that Thoradin would probably know what they are.
So I'll hand them to Thoradin. I'm like, oh, this is not. I got all excited. It's not. Doesn't appear to be something of my school.
Can I unfurl? Like, can I open them, or does that activate whatever it is? Like,
No, you can read them. You can like start to like look at them without using them.
right? Yeah. So I'd like to do that. Thoradin has a pair of bifocals that he takes out of his pocket, and he kind of puts them on, you know, at nose level, and he looks. I don't have my glasses. Fuck. And he unrolls the scroll, and he goes, "Oh, what do we have here, Sparkle? A little bit of magic that you're not sure about. But let me take a look." And he unfurls it, and I'd like to see what's going on.
So you spend a bit of time, and people are and it takes you some time because it's not immediately. These are very complex, sort of scriptures to a god that's not similar, not familiar to you.
Right.
But you realize that they are divine incantations of some sort. One of them is a little bit more on the necromantic side, which is very foreign to you, but you are able to realize without casting the spells or getting too far. One of them is a scroll of mass cure wounds.
Oh wow.
Would have been nice about a half hour ago.
Yeah.
And the other one is a scroll of revivify, which is actually will bring someone back from the dead.
So
And
that's not showing up in my inventory manager. Does that go by a different name?
It may not be. There may not be a scroll for that specifically. So it's
All right, so I'll
just-
create a custom one and it resurrects somebody from the dead.
yeah, it will cast the spell revivify.
Okay, and then the other one was a scroll of
Mass cure wounds.
Mass.
Yep. Now the revivify, and I'll send all of this to you on Discord.
Oh,
you
okay,
have it,
all right.
But it'll revive somebody, bring somebody back to life, but they have to have died within the last minute. So
All
in
right, so I
terms
can't
of,
go find Blackwin and use it on him.
unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately. You said unfortunately weird.
Flaming hot Cheetos, brother. All right, cool.
All right. So, anything else you want to do inside this hut?
I'm good.
Well, Deckard. Well, real quick, let me review what. So, this gem that we took out of the floorboards, where is that?
Spargles,
Spargles
hold
have
on
it?
to it. Yep.
Okay.
I think Thornton has the other one you guys got out of Winter. What was his name?
Well,
Winter Splinter.
There's
So-
filter.
Well, fellas, I don't know how this gem works, but I don't know if somehow we could control it. Could we have like a mobile home here? Like if we could reinsert that gem, can we like control the
Personally,
thing?
I don't like the thought of interfering with magic that we don't understand, lad.
Plus, it looks like a lot of bad stuff happened inside this hut.
Yeah, there that and like the weird ghost baby in the middle we can't get rid of.
I don't know though.
I
I mean,
think we talked to
Deckard
Muriel.
might be onto something. I mean, I'm not
Can we
saying we
release
just
the birds?
blindly. I'm not saying we blindly go into it, but what if he's right?
Well, we would only know by doing it.
All right, well, why don't we let Decker try piloting it?
That'd
I
be
don't know,
pretty
man.
badass.
Ghost babies and bloody baths. I don't know.
This thing almost
It'd
ate
be
my hand
it'd be
getting
pretty
it out
nice
of
to
it.
have a little fucking juggernaut to haul us around Barovia,
Yeah, a little airship.
right?
Right? Like, what if we could control it and like use this thing to throw boulders at people?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, right?
What if reactivating it brings Baba Saga back?
Oh.
I'd love to kill that bitch again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just
Like
gonna
a
say
secret
this thing
route.
almost ended all of us the first time. I don't know if we want to take another swing at. And I'm not gonna lie,
Take it
this
out
thing
again? I
almost
mean, like we put it in and he's going crazy. Don't we just take it out?
it almost
We could
It
have a
almost
we could
ate
have a
my
Megazord.
hand
Let's be
when I
serious.
did that before.
Oh, that'd be mad cool.
That was what Doug said.
What did it almost do when you took it out?
It almost ate my hand. It was pretty close. It did not respond well to me taking the gem. I actually think I got a little lucky getting it out the first time.
So review what happened. What happened when you took it out? Like you had to roll. Like
It tried to bite me. I don't know. Don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I would vote against that. But I
No.
also like YOLO, you know, I don't.
The only one of us who could probably even control it would be Spargle. And
I don't know much about this construct or how she was able to animate it, and it I don't know.
I'd say we bring the gem to Muriel and ask her. She's been scouting this place for a long time.
all right. Well, let's put that in our journal. I want to have a mobile
Yeah,
juggernaut at some point.
Is that what we'd call it? We'd call it the Juggernaut? Because I'm totally down with that.
I
If
like
we got
that.
it.
Could we
Now
get one
Matt
of
wants to
the
do
guests,
it.
We got two of these
Yeah,
things, man. We
yeah.
got
If
two
we're
of them.
gonna
Yeah.
call it the Juggernaut, I will do it. If that's the deal.
You got to put the gem into the Samoflange.
What the fuck is a Samo?
What is that from? Should I know that? Is that from a movie?
Yeah.
Did you just
Come
make
on.
that up?
You know it.
Is that from something?
Did you come up with that?
Blasted Samoflange.
Is that a quote? Did you just quote something?
Siri. Hey Siri.
Can I release
Um,
birds?
Hey Siri.
Oh
All right.
yeah. What about the birds?
Just an idea. I don't want to freak everybody out. We don't feel like we should do it. Call it.
Free the birds. They've
All
been
right,
waiting long enough.
what are you gonna try to do to these bird cages?
Well, I assume that after Sparkle took down the glyph with the chest, that the other two with the cages went down too, right?
No.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Um. Okay, so as far as the cages go, they're metal, right?
Are you just wanting to open up the cages?
I do, yeah.
I can help with that.
That would be awesome. Because I
All
was
right,
thinking
I'll
more heat metal and, you know.
I'll cast knock, Dan.
Okay. Oop. Okay, so you're gonna cast that on, so you can use that for one of the cages.
Oh man, that's just gonna tap. All right.
Oh no, Sparkle's choice.
Because it's like an instantaneous kind of thing. So you kind of use it,
Yeah.
cast it. You can cast a second one if you happen to have it memorized. But
I have two. I mean, I have 3 slots for it. So
okay, so your call how you want to do it.
all right. I mean, so there's 2 cages, 2 both of them are full of birds.
Yep.
I know, Juniper, you want these birds free too, so I'll cast both. I'll do.
Okay, so you do the same. You do the same thing. Oddly, it's only a verbal kind of component thing. So it's almost like you shout your word of magic towards the cage as you kind of touch the bars, and you do that twice, and on both of the cages, they open, and these about 40 or 50 in total ravens come bursting out of these 2 cages. They kind of circle around and they squawk, and Juniper's sort of innate speak with small animals. They're just gushing appreciation as they kind of circle around, and they continue to like expand their sort of arc around you, almost as if they're giving the area a quick sort of scout for you to see if there's any other danger. They kind of swoop around like playfully. If you don't try to communicate or say anything else with them, they form a flock and start flying up towards the north, up out of this swampy valley.
Oh, she just says goodbye.
Later, Taser.
And they are very appreciative as they fly off. Now, as they fly off, you notice, and now it's dawn, right? And you guys, you defeated Baba Lysaga and her hut. You spent the night. You've got through these traps on this chest, and you found this great treasure. The hut is disabled. You've got the green this precious gem from the that you think the Mardikovs and the Wizard of Wines have owned. But this thick fog comes in. It's like a different fog than what you've seen before. And as you look out of the hut and towards the north, where you guys originally came down that path and that nice clear stream where you met Muriel, you hear suddenly the sounds of battle. But the fog has grown so thick that you can barely see more than 60 feet out from the hut. But suddenly the fog itself takes on the forms of soldiers on horseback that are charging across the field. So you're almost seeing this like scene from like this like yeah, you're just seeing this like this ancient sort of battle scene kind of form.
It's when the army of the dead comes to Minas Tirith and Return of the King. That's what you're referring to.
There you go.
And we're totally fucked. We're totally fucked.
No, they collide with armored pike bearers wearing devil horn helms, and you see soldiers falling in battle. It's almost like you're watching a scene out of a movie, and it turns to a fading mist. Hundreds of more soldiers collide in this storm of screams and this clashing metal. But you notice as you kind of like look out, it's almost like if you move outside of the hut, it just disperses in front of you, almost as if it's just this play or this illusion that's just kind of unfolding in front of you guys. Then, so you're all outside of the hut now, kind of watching this all transpire. And you get this sense of you're not in danger. You're more observing maybe a memory that's being sort of played out through this fog illusion. Then you hear, and this is where I want you to all pay attention, you hear a thunderous roar. And seconds later, a huge dragon made of silver mist glides overhead, dispersing the enemy soldiers with each flap of its mighty wings. And its long reptilian tail slices through the air above you as the dragon carves a swath through the fog. And it now affords you a fleeting glimpse of the top of that big cliff that you guys came past, right? Like you kind of bypassed this path, and it was like way up on the hill, and it was all foggy. It kind of clears all that fog, and now you see this massive ancient mansion on the top of that cliff. And that silver dragon, that silver misty dragon, flies right over and out of your sight over that mansion. And that's where I'm going to end the session. Without being too direct about it, that is exactly where you guys expected Argynvostholt to be, is where this misty, illusionary, whatever dragon kind of flew towards, almost kind of highlighting, shining a light and moving the mist out of your way to show you this massive, ancient, archaic mansion that looks like, if you were able to climb a 1,000-foot wall, it's not too far away, but should you kind of U-turn your way back to where you came, you guys know where it's at.
Yeah. So like if somebody had spider climb, it would be pretty convenient right now.
It would.
Yeah.
Order of the Silver Dragon.
New plan, fellas. We're gonna make a walking juggernaut.
Oh, I want Juggernaut. I want that.
She was riding in a dragon's skull.
Yes.
And we just saw the ghost of it.
Yep.
And that was yep.
Charles,
probably people fighting for
Fucking on
against
my
God in
helmet.
Barovia.
you fucking my helmet,
Now, was the
Charles?
dragon mist, or was the dragon real? Did
Misty
like
Silver Dragon.
A huge dragon made of silver mist. So the battlefield that you kind of saw like play out like a scene where all misty fog, like soldiers made of fog, and then you saw a silver giant dragon made of fog kind of dip through and like use its arms or use its wings to just almost disperse all these soldiers. It's like it was like the soldiers versus the dragons, or versus the dragon, and the dragon like just obliterated this battlefield worth of soldiers, and then swooped up the cliffside, and then parted. Now the misty dragon thing parted the fog away so that you guys all saw very clearly in real life a big ancient mansion way up on the top of that cliffside.
cool?
That's cool.
It's awesome.
Well done. I mean, this session was closer to being a total party wipe than you guys surviving. So, well done.
I mean, that fucking house opened
there's-
up with 2 big hits on Alaric, like almost knocked him out.
Well,
I mean,
it
that
killed
was
Deckard the session before.
right, exactly, right.
We just
I
needed
don't know,
Sparkle.
man.
We needed
If
Superman to
if
show up.
Sparkle didn't do what he did,
Oh, we're all dead.
we're all dead. What
Good job,
what did the
Sparkle.
rest of us do besides drink some potions and run away?
Drag
I
each
carried
other
Gordon.
around, tying up
Right.
people's wounds.
Oh,
with
that's
rope.
right. You did. You crit him with an arrow.
I laid on hand you. That was about it.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
even attacked.
I had 2 medicine saves.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
that's all we did was med people and run away. That's all we did.
I mean, I saved some goats and ravens, but you know, it's fine.
That's true.
You
And
can't fight
Sparkle
a
helped,
house.
Good
with
job,
a
babe.
sword.
Good job.
hey, every
Fight a house
little
with
bit
a sword.
helps, right? Even just moving around, getting people moved around the battlefield and distracting the attacks and
Mhm.
everything. It's,
I
yep.
peed on the fence. From the guy who pees on everything else, so don't take that too personally. You know.
Well done. Good session. Way to go, guys.
Great
And you all,
session.
don't forget, you all level up. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll do that. We should do that before the next session.
yep, take yourself to level 8. Get your good stuff. I'll put all the loot that you guys found, which is quite a bit, on Discord. And yeah, if you guys can kind of let me know where you're going to go next, that'll help me plan for 2 weeks out.
Sparkle's going to bed, so he's letting you know by doing that.
If we do go back to a town, can we use some of the gold to get me some items so I'm not useless?
What
We
do you
only-
need?
We all need potions. We should all be carrying at least 1 potion.
I mean, he's got a point. We should have potions.
We're
We,
not
I agree.
set up for like.
We're
Battle
also
like that.
living in
I
a
have-
never-ending wasteland, so it's.
I have 1
skeptical.
potion.
Is there a potion shop in the godforsaken town, or
Yeah,
does
except
Blinsky
you're
just
gonna
sell
pop the cap off the
toys?
potion. It's gonna turn into a bat. This is Barovia, brother. We're not in Faerun anymore.
that's true. And a lot of times you can purchase like almost like the what is it, the lower level healing potions.
Mhm.
Like it's almost like I can't remember. It's like usually like 100 gold pieces or something like that. You can almost buy that like a sundry type of.
Well, yeah. Now that we have currency, now we can actually do stuff.
Yeah,
I
what'd
mean,
you say we got? What was the current? We got
1,300 gold
1,300 gold.
1,300 gold.
plus 5
That's
gems.
that's that stimulus. That's that stimmy gold right
Yeah.
there. That's what
Yeah,
that
we
is.
got a stimulus.
That's that
check.
Joe Biden gold.
That's strong
That's thank
stimulus.
Uncle Joe. Thanks, Joe, for the gold.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
if we
think
get
some
in a
good stuff
situation
a
like
month
that
for
where
me to
people
get.
are unconscious, we need to be able to bring them out.
Well, we had a lot of potions at one point, and I'm not going to point fingers at anyone, but we had. I know we used at least 2 or 3 potions, trying to keep someone alive who's no longer with us in many ways. And he guzzled down like 3 potions.
Because he
You
thought
know.
because he thought it was a fucking Bud Ice.
Yeah, he.
Bud Ice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he,
it was,
you know,
it was like it was a natty ice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's even
he-
better.
just crunching down, potions. I got 1 left.
I need something to do other than use rope.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe
Man,
Blinsky.
do I bump Constitution or Wisdom? What do I do?
Are you already leveling up?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna spend half my day at work tomorrow doing it. Don't tell my boss.
That's okay. I spent half my day at work today prepping the session, so.
It's fine.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it after my daily nap during work.
Is there a name for those projectile rock things that I got?
Oh yeah. So those were, I think those were, sling. Let me tell you.
Sling
Good night,
bullets?
Joe. I don't know if you're
Plus
still
one-
here, but
yeah, plus 1 sling bullets.
good night, Joe. Thanks for hanging out.
There's 10 of them.
Okay.
I'm going to cut the stream here. I want to thank all of our viewers, all of our callers. We couldn't do it without you. I want to thank our sponsor, Black Bear Deli Meats. Only sold at ShopRite. That's all I'll eat is Black Bear Deli Meats. I I don't have any sponsors. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I say that stuff. I wish I was sponsored by Cold Cuts. I mean, I'm not, though. I probably look like it, but I'm not. You would probably think that, you know, the Baloney company is... All right, so the next stream is going to be tomorrow. I'm doing Breath of the Wild if anybody wants to watch. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It should be right there. Hit the like button there. All right, and... Did I do it right? I probably didn't. That's fine.
No, you did it right. You did it right.
Make sure you like and subscribe and watch my old videos. Tomorrow night, we'll see you guys 9:30. Whoever wants to watch Breath of the Wild. Thank you for watching and have a good night.